Played his first rugby game. He played his first rugby game in them when he got to UJ. And he never washed them till he left. So they were crusty and they sat in his room and hey, fuck, I don't know, man.
Mara, do your socks smell or not? Because now you're mixing between
so
English and
the smell that I'm smelling may not necessarily be like a bad smell. It's just an odor.
Like what? Like what is an odor?
You know, like if you've been playing a match,
Yeah.
and you get into a change room.
Yeah, nuka
Nuka ini?
inkwang.
Ini kwang.
It's a musk. Yobuntsizwa.
Is that a smell like yanuga?
Yeah.
Would you say yanuga?
Yes.
Nuka ini?
Inkwang.
Inkwang is not a real word.
Oh, it's that smell that when a boy is going through puberty and they sleep and you wake up and then when you go into their room in the morning.
Is that smelly?
Yes, of course it is.
So the boy must be like, yo, please watch, my room is smelly.
Yeah, he must go and bath. That's why, mama mabengena, bavula umnyango, bavula ama-curtains, bavula ama-wind. You understand? Because you're nuga.
Okay, my feet and my socks in my shoes have been sleeping like a teenage boy.
Oh, so I know.
If that's what you guys want to call
What
it.
do you call it? Smelly.
And these guys that sleep under a bridge, they
understand,
don't smell themselves. The guys that sleep under the bridge, they go,
With your socks
Have we started, sir?
You're telling us your
you very
socks
much.
smell. Now you say no, they're not smelly, they are stinky.
Got so many things to talk about.
Or is it
today.
language?
I've got so many things to talk about.
I'm
that are on top of mind.
so manje amasokisi.
Thank you for taking me to your kasi.
Sure, done.
It means a lot. Tembisa.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a nickname.
Mambiza.
Mambiza. I've never heard that name before.
Mambiza and that.
Which means it doesn't mean
Mambiza
fuck all.
and that.
Yo, you made
It's not like OK1 or
1632. That's
in
the code.
1632. Tembisa.
The code, yeah.
Kaslamakas.
Is it a Mambiza or the code?
Ini Kaslamakas.
Ah,
I think I've heard that with Tembisa.
in 1632. That's all.
No,
code.
Kaslamakas.
Nah, Kaslamakas is all the hoods, man.
We used to do charity work in Tembisa, if you remember. Behind the cemetery there's an informal settlement and there's a daycare center.
Yes.
That's in Tembisa. And every time we'd finish, then we'd go to Itamakota Gwawini.
The gap between Itembisa and Ivory.
They next to each other. You wouldn't see the difference.
We passed that street. I showed them. Literally.
Yeah, but a street doesn't mean anything to a normal person.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying abantu baseTembisa that live at Tembisa on this street.
It's an actual street. We passed that street. We went to-
Uzokutshela if you ever say uhlala Ivory.
Yeah.
Uzothi, hey chief, mina ngihlala eTembisa.
Once you cross Amatabane, you go Ivory.
Tembisa is a township.
Yeah, it's a township.
It was created by the apartheid government.
Yes.
The difference that the Ivory Park is a squatter camp that's
Became.
graduated into a township, but it still has squatter camp elements.
Now you told me like I'm cuckoo. Then,
No, but the squatter camp, mawungena ngapha eqaleni. That's where the squatter camp is. Because once you phakathi Ivory, like it means.
But that place where we're at is not Ivory Park.
No.
Was it? It's Ivory Park, no?
I get away. Was supposed. Remember, I said.
No, but I'm saying it's Ivory Park, not Ivory.
Ivory Park.
It's not Ivory Park. That's squatter camp. By the cemetery.
No, that's not Ivory
No.
Park.
No. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Ivory Park. It means. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
abantu bahlala eTembisa, no matter how close they are to Ivory,
Chief.
uzosho ukuthi uhlala eTembisa. Kodwa abafuni ukuthi bahlale eIvory.
It's sad that you couldn't make it, man. But Utebza literally took me on a tour of his kasi, telling me where he grew up, showing me where Babedlale Koni Diski.
Now
I saw his father and his uncle's butchery, Shisanyama, bottle store.
No. Yeah, but except yeah. Multiple bottles I thought of only alcohol.
No, there's a...
Yeah.
It's not a tavern. It's a tavern.
Yeah, tavern. Yes,
It's a tavern.
definitely a tavern.
Snooker. Across the road, there's a Pakistani's puzzle shop that's owned by black South Africans, which is pretty dope, the Kivinas. And then I saw some of the properties
Are you
that
guys
the family
kasi rich
owned.
like that?
Yeah, they hood billionaire is what Rick Ross calls it.
Yes.
Hood billionaire.
Sekushoza nje ukuthi kube ne funeral parlor ngapha.
Hood billionaire.
I was
hood
told that you were
billionaire.
there,
Kube
Mlotshwa.
nesalon,
so nice,
ngapha mase kuba i-big jam. Kuyajive.
That's so dope. man.
Thank you for the hospitality, man. Like you took me back to Ematati and F4 where we grew up because there's something, I told you, there's something about Ikasi. There's something that Ikasi does to me. I can't explain it, which is probably why every now and then I drive to random townships.
Okay.
Just random, just drive around. Deep Sloot, Leondale, Spruitview, Vosloorus, Katlehong, the whole of Soweto, Alexandra, even though Alexandra is not really a township, it's a pile of shit.
How?
Except for up north. Alexandra is a pile of shit.
No, Alex I sharp.
Here up top, closer to Santon.
No, that's
Ngathi kuhlala human rats.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you, madam.
no,
Do you know the part I'm talking about?
Yes.
I
Even
know
the
it very well.
houses,
no.
even the houses are not human size. No, mfethi Alex
Tell-
fethi la ngaphezulu close to a hostel because in a hostel.
Kalama Hobbit.
I don't know what the fuck lives there.
No, you can't
But
say that.
fuck that part of Alex. They
No, you
must
can't
they
say
must Gandai it down.
No, they can't condemn.
The upper side of Alex going to the N3 in
Yeah,
Ngabolinbro Park.
yeah.
Yeah, that part is quite nice.
But
But Alexandra, and there's also parts of Deep Sloot that are also
I took to the same.
dog shit.
Yeah.
Ngathi you wading through sewage.
Yes.
Fuck me. And then Zanspruit. Hayi Zanspruit baba ngathi useMozambique phakathi eNigeria
Yeah, Zanspruit.
Lagos. IZanspruit mawudlula kanje mfethu uyabona ukuthi useAfrica. KuseAfrica most like.
No, bone. Isn't sprayed as
You know what I'm saying? Once when you're driving past. So
you see.
yabona fana South Africans don't know our history. Townships were designed. White people sat down. I said to Uschaba Mape, who's a PhD in architecture, and he studied the design of townships, including peach trees. Because the white was like, we must give them one tree that can withstand the elements.
They'll not die.
And they realized that the peach tree is the one for the Blakes.
That's not really a peach.
No, those are peaches. Fitz. That's not my peaches.
No, but I'm just saying, it's like
Oh.
the peaches that we eat now.
No, Pela, that's because you live soft.
Where do you buy those peaches? Where do you buy those peaches that say us?
Usia used to sell those peaches, man. Shout out to Usia.
Our city stand up.
Just want to give a shout out to Al City. Al City Herschel, Sterkspruit in the Eastern Cape. What does Al City do for a living?
It's kind. It's
Be kind.
kindness.
What are we promoting here?
Kindness.
No, I'm for real.
What are we promoting? What does promote
What are we promoting?
Amakwani. Yini amakwani ngesingisi?
Chicks.
Chicks.
Is that what we're promoting?
He's got a farm.
Usia needs to give you guys a script.
He did give us a script.
What does the script say? You know, I spoke to Usia Mfetu, and
He gave us a script.
he was
such
telling
a
me about
lekker
the
script.
chicks. I'm like, Mfetu, you can courier them the nationwide. He's like, nationwide. I'm like, that sounds like abuse. Chicks from the Eastern Cape. Kabanga Mfetu driving as a human being to Wasia.
It's a, how much is it? 2 rand?
Those things die, man.
Those things die for nothing. A quick change in
So he
temperature.
tells chicks.
they did. Chicks and,
And
something about feed. Is there no feed there?
What
Or like,
What
or like
are you changing the
fertilizer?
script?
Yeah, he gave us a script.
Full script.
Why we not funding script?
Usia Mfetu needs to get his house in order. Anyways, giving a shout out to Al City. I can say, having visited the Eastern Cape, that Usia is trying to build an industrial type of empire. I think he's got liquor. They do farming, which is a family business. I've been there watching his parents farm.
There.
They've got chicken farms. They've got goats.
Nice.
And then they also do logistics. I don't know if that falls under Toesips, his other company, but they do logistics. So transporting, he owns a truck. That's Al City, man. It's pretty dope. Usia used to sell my benches at school.
La mancane.
I'm guessing it's a village there. That's how he started business, because babe hlupheka kubo. Fucking
Okay.
So I'm not too sure about his practical solutions. We specialize in transforming operational performance.
yeah, that's
using
Toesips. Theory of constraints.
constraints. The theory of constraints is not theory in the academic sense. It's no. What is this?
No, also
We work with manufacturing companies, construction
like
firms,
script, boy.
logistic
Like
businesses,
script.
We must go
agriculture.
practice-
Agriculture. Huh?
practice off camera.
I'm not
you
going
can't
to read
practice
this.
with us.
I'm gonna read it.
Will you read it?
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to talk about the chicks?
Maybe Usia Mfetu we must get his books,
Yeah.
Rags to Freedom of Life,
Even that,
and Before I Get Married, and then he's got
It's
a
got
health
Newcastle
he's got a health
disease.
book.
What's Newcastle disease?
I'm at disease was in Newcastle.
No, amatswele na disease.
I'm at Swele.
Chicks, not
Oh.
matsweles. Twele. Chicks.
Anyways, we're deviating. Thank you for taking me to your home, bro.
That's nice, man.
Shout out to you, your father, your uncle. It was nice meeting your cousins and your nephews and nieces. Yeah, I basically imagined growing up Ekaslako. And I could feel how at home you were. And then I shouted at you about something.
Broilers are those boy chicks.
No, broiler is a type of chicken. There's layers for eggs.
Yeah.
Broilers is for chicken meat.
For eating.
Yeah.
Well, broilers, it's 1,500 for 100. Jesus, how
That's
many
not going to
nuggets?
work. You'd have to put in
No,
the
no,
comments.
I'm literally just like reading, not
Malini Kuku.
Yeah.
Shama push up.
So how much is that? That's 15 rand per check.
Aungaki.
1,500.
1,500 chicks
1,500 rand
for.
100.
Broilers.
Yes, and then
Chicks.
layers, it's 2,500 for 100.
Broilers are better.
Okay. Anyways.
But they're also fully vaccinated. And they're day
No,
old.
food is good. Is green.
Day old. Day old. How old is a day old chick?
Yo.
24 hours.
Hey guys, will kitchen.
I'm not stressing.
Hey, the chicken business is difficult, but it's lucrative.
So lucrative.
And
you can get it.
Black people are not going to make it in chickens for a while.
Why?
Why?
Agriculture has become commercialized at a level where you can't compete properly.
Yeah.
You know, the closest black person we know that could have become a serious chicken mogul is Maponya because of Daybreak. But
yes.
Daybreak has got so many scandals and things.
Yeah.
And Namanje Maponya Fit is complaining because he's still struggling with the PIC.
Sure.
Like literally spoke to him yesterday. I think I'm gonna make a video about the struggles he's dealing with because they're withholding dividends as a way of punishing him, which I'm sure is a violation
You get buyer.
of King
Sure.
compliance. Anyways, and then I shouted at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did shout at me. Well, you're not talking about it now.
Does it mean anything to you?
You shouting at me? No, definitely. Look, it's
And
not
look,
some-
I
it's not
was
something-
I was shouting at you, but it's all of us as the Black Nation.
Yeah, look, it's not a. You shouting at me was something that I've been thinking about because part of who I am is because of those businesses, and obvious when the Itayam and Uncle are abavaya, like what then happens? Because you're right,
Penson.
they do.
Penson. Can't give it a shout out.
It's
Penson.
Penson.
LPA is your timer.
Yeah, if you think it Penson.
Named after Mr. T.
Oh yes, the butcher is called
PA.
PA's butcher. So my dad used to be called PA because he was inspired by Mr. T. Basha amaf, shama china pa, tembalantana,
The next time I see your time, I'll be like, it's a PA. I'm sure his whole face will change. Yeah.
Hey, PA, no.
And then the business is called Penson.
Yeah, Python.
Python.
Yeah, Python.
What's Python?
Business enterprise. It's his names and
It's French, Python.
Pyson. That's the registered name for the business. But the
Break it down. Break
business,
it down quickly. Where the name comes from.
So PA, I think he's told me, but I forgot. PA is his name's Parcela. His other name is Parcela. Then the I, where does the I come from? The S and the SON is the sons and what. But the I forgot where the I comes from.
It's people's names.
Yeah, I forgot, but it's someone's name.
It's like Penson as a business.
Penson.
The P is for Penuel,
Yeah.
the N is for Penson, and then sons. Pensons, Ibu and Sons.
Ibu and Sons.
So yeah, that's the registered name of the business. But you're right, Mlotshwa. And I mean, I took you to some of the parts of the hood where I showed you businesses that closed already.
Yeah.
Where there was a white seat in Fitbuk Bama Kota La Pira's, the amazing quarters. You know, the kids took over, done. That chicken licking that I showed you now, La Peka Sira, now it's a church. The son took over,
Fucked it up.
you know. And you're right, man. It's about having this chat again with the time and uncle to say what happens now. Because what I'm realizing is that I'm the only one that was actually embedded in those businesses. You know, there are other kids. I don't know what happened to them. They just didn't see the need for them in the businesses. And you're right. When they are gone,
Succession planning.
It's absolutely not there.
Rest in peace to Umzoli. Umzoli is shut down in Cape Town because the timer passed away. Rest in peace to Umzito. I don't know if you know Umzito. Umzito was here in Bram by Gandhi Square, and I think he might have had shops.
Yeah.
Also, Shisanyama restaurant type. When he passed away, he left debts.
Yeah.
Njengamanje, in fact, we might be watching the death of Pick and Pay. You know, Raymond Ackerman passed away. Garrett Luke was raised, I think, in the business, but hey, they've struggled. Sean Summers has tried. Boxer, he's currently their saving grace.
Yes, they're making more money than Pick and Pay now.
Yeah,
The
and they're unbundled, but I don't know if Pick and Pay is gonna last. And it's sad because we normally they're Jewish, they're white, they're Jewish. You assume this is the Ngamla game. Pick and Pay too big to fail, but we're literally watching businesses see their ass.
Spa is going there as well.
The thing about
Spa, You think so?
Yeah, Spa, I don't see it lasting. From what you are reading every single time, there's nothing positive about Spa. That we're
Global,
currently
not here.
Global.
Oh, global,
Yeah,
not here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just not getting that.
Because I know they sold some of their shops
are
overseas
closing as well. So there's a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to wonder what you know, when you're shouting at me about infant, you need to make a plan that this business it becomes the legacy. You then wonder what these industries that are run by black people. You think of the taxi industry, and you try to unpack why are they not innovating. It's when the kid goes to the dad and says, "Hey, dude, you guys can innovate in this way," and the owners or the fathers are like, "No, chief."
Can I tell you where I want to almost? I don't want to use the word pushback, but where I tend to, when it comes to that succession plan, would say, you know firsthand how much time a business needs. Like, for example, for Tribal to run, you know how much you have to pour into it here. And you know how much
more than time.
Time, energy, blood, sweat, tears. And when you think of Ibucha, E1.
Yeah.
So when we're like, hey, you know what, I'll manage it. Like, the best guys with my MBA can't manage it from afar. It almost needs you in there. So when you, as this guy who's got a degree in accounting, goes to Itai Malako, who's
taxi boss or whatever,
who's a taxi boss, and he's literally blood, sweat, tears, and now you come and you give him something, and he's like, you haven't earned the right to say your piece here.
But that's the problem, though.
But in any space, it's like me or like Intwana
Sure.
coming to say something, because again, you might have troubleshooted or you might have done something 50 years ago.
Troubleshot.
Is it not troubleshooted? Like the past tense?
I don't know, but he was correct. I was shout. I don't know. I was telling him, hey, do I troubleshoot or troubleshoot?
It's tribal media house.
So I'm saying, have this thing of running a business remotely.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel what we've seen from, let's say, the Muslim community, into ikula la, ikula in the business, ikula in the business.
Okay, sharp.
Ikula in the business, holidays, everything, and then after matric goes and studies that accounting degree or whatever, comes back, and then they can innovate because they've earned their keep with the time. They go, they upskill themselves, they come back, they engage, and then all of a sudden, Intwana works for another 5-10 years, and then he makes it something else. And then you see, oh snap, that used to be, now it's that and it's that. And they do that constantly.
You know why I push back as well with what you're saying? Because it says then that the only way to gain privilege in having an opinion in a business, even if you are the son of this man, is you have to be in the actual business, or you would have run with him from since you were young until whatever age. Because and I don't think that's holistically true, because there's some businesses in fact that you don't need to fully be entrenched in it from an early age. You can see the innovation that's already taking place. Like I'll give a simple example. A butchery, you don't need to be in it to understand what is the solve of it.
What is that?
What is the solution for it to gain more revenue? You just need to be, even if you're a bystander, you're paying, oh man, shit. Just need to clean there and there. Shy sound Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because if there's no sound, you know there's no customers. You can just learn the landscape around. The people are making more money, but most bashanya sound. From Thursday until Monday, shy sound. If we're now on a sound, you're like, smile, my customers also cover take. You know, having different forms, parts of meats that you're selling. So I'm at time if you don't have. So I'm saying that you don't have to be fully interested in it, but from afar back, you can study the environment and then be like, no, for you to gain a certain level of income, these are some of the things you need to do.
Have you asked questions? Because that seems as if something that you could WhatsApp your family. Have you found out why they haven't done?
That's not the chat. I wanted to give a shout out, man, to Lakshmi Metal's Lighty.
No, but
Mo Doji in Tanzania.
Hear me out before we go.
Please, before I forget, I just wanted to hold those in.
Because sometimes we'll say from the outside, I want to let takes. As well as takes into impugube ushintsha amatayi faka isound eTexini.
Yeah.
Kanti only yazi ukuthi why ngakwenzi lokho. For an example.
No, but what
let Devza tell you the story.
But what I'm saying is there are some businesses where you don't need to be in it to learn that. Sometimes the owner wouldn't have thought even of the tires. Young Todd. So that the next person comes in. Let me give a simple example as well.
No, I understand. If the barrier to entry is you need to earn your keep, then earn your keep.
And I'm saying sometimes it doesn't take that. It takes an innovation. It takes some kid who's not even in the taxi business he comes from whichever this toxic bosses. It's like in that humble study at Harvard. You're not gonna be in my business. I'm gaining now. Goes to Harvard, magafika la pay New York, whatever. Hlangana ne Uber. At it clubs, magabuya to time my program young child. You can innovate this thing before these things become global. Before they come into South Africa. Taxi can become the next Uber. How do we reroute them so that they can become Uber? I think if the dad is not willing to listen to where the world is moving, then we get stuck.
I'm saying until such time where you are willing to listen to our inputs here at Tribal,
sure,
you get to understand the mindset of someone who's babied this business. It's not the easiest to get inputs from a bystander or a person who's not in the arena, because I've babied this for the longest time. It's easier if then I can hear you a little bit more, because sometimes it's like, okay, let's say I do your idea and it fails. Who has to now deal with the consequences?
Sure. Yeah.
Now there's that dynamic, Uguti shit. Okay. So I always look at, in terms of black business and the succession plan, Uguti, Tina, when we start a business, we don't pull our kids in there from a young age. Let's say we wanted to do podcasting as a good, already our kids have like podcast junior and they're talking to young kids. So if that's the aim of, you guys have built this podcasting, where's the succession plan? You're like, no, but our kids are also doing it at their level, with their people. They're learning how to engage this. They're learning how to do that. Omunye sound, Omunye editing, Omunye understands the business side behind it. All of a sudden, by the time they get to like matric or whatever, they've got their podcast, they're booming. They go into now school or film or design or whatever. And then they come back and then we can. But in reality, we don't do that. And then we want to...
Okay.
Yeah, one.
You want someone else to come in, your opinion in
general? Mina nginamateksi ayi-50 ngakuthatha ngakufaka kobani college, wena nje ugijima udla amamali vaphula impilo yakho yonke nje udlala ebhendini kudla uyahamba uyofuna i-UCT usuyabuya lana uzongikhonkotha la.
That's why the business collapses.
100% that's why the business collapses.
Yes. I'm saying it's from both sides. It's not just one side.
Yes, of course.
It's not just the Balis.
I blame Balis a little bit more.
No.
I blame them the most.
Because
the
again, when you're young and you want to do what they do. I didn't choose the school. You put me in the school. And when I'm in the school, I do what the kids in the school do. So at that time, in the formative years, it's up to the parents to say, come to the store. It's not up to a 9-year-old to say...
Yes, but when the business collapses, it's your fault as well.
You need
So, yes, by the time I realized that, I come back with that 23-year-old, I've got an honors and ecos arrogance.
Sure.
And then
you deserve it. You deserve to be arrogant.
Yeah. And then
your father sent you there to be arrogant.
So I don't.
But he doesn't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
Then it fails. Then we must.
Yes. And you suck. So
I'm saying it's the majority is the father, because again you have to teach this person. You don't have to teach the person.
Oh, come on. Your father will tell you that no one taught him. But it's like an entitlement thing.
But for him to then evolve, he would need Lentwanele.
What succession did
he
take?
No, of course. Yeah. What I'm saying is I blame them both.
Also inherit a business via osmosis.
No, he built it.
Yes, there's a difference between building and taking over. It's the same difference between managing a container 10 and managing one retail store.
So we're dealing with a situation where like a business has collapsed. And it's very easy to say, yes, the parents failed. The ANC has failed us.
Yeah.
Mandela failed us.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm saying it gets to a point in your life where you're saying, okay, e-timer is being resistant.
Yeah.
This business will collapse. It's what's kept us rich.
Yeah.
It's up to you now with your arrogance and your networks to either get involved in the business, win your father over, pitch, or go build something else. And either pitch what I can build or use money from there to buy him out.
But that's what I was saying.
But to wait for him to open a door.
No. I didn't say. I said you need to.
For me, it's the same.
But I said you need to earn your keep. So even if you come back with the honors arrogance, then you say, Tama, let me work a store.
Yeah, the thing is, I also don't have examples of kids that were not involved in the business from an early age. Then they became successful. Because I'm trying to figure out of the other kids. I'm thinking of Phil Knight and the kid. I'm thinking of Gary V with the bottle store. I can't figure out other businesses.
You probably remember the ones that you like.
Probably. No, probably.
I mean, I don't know a single person that
suggested that was not
that didn't grow up in the family business in whatever aspect.
Yeah.
And now has taken over the family business, or at least is managing a part of it, but was never there from, or not entrenched in the business.
Most of the big billion-dollar businesses are exactly like that.
The kids
I'm
were not.
talking about the takeover.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. They inherit a trust. They inherit a trust, and the trust has got managers.
Okay.
And they go and they study and they live their best life about Paris Hilton and the BMW guys.
Okay.
And they come back later and they get inducted into the business.
Yeah, I mean, the kids, the Disney kids as well now. It's exactly that.
So most of the billion-dollar kids don't grow up in the
business.
business.
So
the Walmart family as well.
So I'll push back, because again, we only know what they show us. And what always, frustrates me when I study a big personality and they show a narrative. Let's take Kim Kardashian and the sex tape. And you see the narrative, and you've been sold this narrative, only to find out years later when Ray J is going on a podcast and he's saying, no, this was directed and curated by the mother. You know, this was the discussion. This was this was a media strategy. We were then, myself, we were introduced to these different porn directors, and we were said, Guti, when we do this, we have 3 different porn videos. It's only the one that ended up becoming big, and we got it on these big porn. So you're like, shit, this is all that is happening on the back end, and I had no clue. So you see some of these really, really rich guys, and they're going, well, some of the kids, and the way that they'll be talking about uncle this and uncle that, and uncle this, and you're listening to a 12-year-old. No, Uncle Banbani does this. And you're like, how do you know that? No, so when we were at his business, but that is not what they are selling us. They sell us LeBron's kids doing those TikTok dances.
Can't they not?
About practice.
To what Penson said, which is the key thing, is that let's say the kids are involved in the business or not. Let's say whichever one you choose. What you said, which is important, is that there is a trust. There is a structure with mang border. This person will take over.
That's succession
Tina
planning.
wouldn't even have. Let's say your kids are not even involved. 0 problem. What we then do, I'm gonna trust number 1.
Sure.
These 2 kids or 3.
Forget your kids. Forget your kids. There's no succession planning
that
for the
says
business.
Mang border, whether the kids are involved or not. There's nothing that says mang border.
The business
Law
will
is
keep
the one that's
running.
taking over.
It could be my friend. It could be the neighbor. It could
and
be,
that's why
could
now
be
it
the
just
workers.
dies out. Yeah. That's why now when the kids, mama figure out okay, tamil vaile or bayalo.
I always just like taking it back to me and to what I look at whenever we judge guys that are running a business about a succession plan, and Tina a funeral plan. Mawushona first qala isihlanganiso 4,000 kodwa thina esingana funeral plan sikwazi ukujudge people with businesses that they don't have a succession plan, or rather we want to unpack. Let's not use the word judge, that's the wrong word. We want to unpack and discuss that, and you're like, geez, when will I get a funeral plan?
Sure.
We've got a cousin who's a businessman in the north coast of KZN. He's involved in financial services, property, taxis, trucks.
Financial services.
I have to, out of respect for him.
Financial service.
Yes.
Since
Since I won't mention his name, we are Shonisa. He's a loan shark.
Nice.
Yeah, but a proper loan shark.
Yep.
So he's
Financial services.
he's welcomed a lot of people, including his kids, to be involved in what he does. And for various reasons, people are not interested. It was just distance for me, but I had an interest,
okay,
you know, and I check up on him, etc. You can raise your child in a business, and they can grow up to hate it and want to get as far away from it as possible.
Sure.
The father or the mother also is not normally trained on how to do succession planning, handing over to kids what to do. They so focus on survival and operations and sending their kids to good schools, and also minimizing the pain, because building a business is very painful. And when you look at your friends who drive the same car, live in the same neighborhood, you realize the guy's just a specialist. And you're like, I have to open up on 5, on 7. We've had muggins, stock has gone lost. You're like, let me just send my child to school. So you also sometimes push your kids away because you're like, this is
I'm trying
hard
to protect them.
But you're gambling.
No, of
You
course.
assume that.
Look,
You're assuming that guy's life is...
I mean, Mlotshwa was telling me that he thinks school hindered me.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
Well,
so it's a gamble as well.
What's that line?
Everything's a gamble.
You always regret the road that you didn't take. what's it called?
But
Where
where
you romanticize if you had an option of choosing two girls and you choose Upales instead of Nomfund. And then once
all examples have a
always Palesa.
Every single example
let's try this different one. Tracy.
siyabazi Tracy abangempela.
No mfana go
Nabo bayasazi.
Una trauma lo nhlaba bayitu.
Nicole and
Nicole engimaziyo.
Nicole and Ntokozo.
Akangifuna nengane ibiza ngoNtokozo. Okay, let's say
Palesa is there.
No Nicole. It's always Palesa.
Palesa is always.
And what's crazy is that Palesa is not a Nguni what?
No, but it's a common name.
I think that's why he's trying to do it. It's Palesa and Mbali.
Yes, but I can't say Umbali because it's also too close to home. So there's names I can't say that are within my world. So I'm gonna try and just use random.
Trauma here. We really need to unpack.
I don't think so.
Where is the Angfuna Ntomazane primary Palesa?
She was a belter.
Yo, she was a belter.
She went to Ferrum.
I can't.
No, I know the girls that you guys rated.
No,
I think Upalesa was right up there.
Very up there.
She was a belter.
Is it? What's a belter like 10 out of 10?
She was hot.
Jeez.
No. I mean, I didn't rate her, but I am a rater. It's Kim Sam. There were a couple of girls.
Man, I'm saying no.
No, I don't know. No, we're not.
No,
I definitely
we're
wouldn't speak
talking
about
high school thing. Even
primary.
Yes, even when we went to high school, we were now in our own space.
Doing
she was
their
in her
own
own.
thing,
Some was once every 3 years, so it wasn't even like.
She's a lingane primary.
Yeah, it's a blind man.
There's another one also grade 8 and she posted a pic my last week like Facebook.
We're on a podcast that's being filmed. We're on a podcast that's being filmed.
You guys were in grade 8 together.
Yes.
We are on a podcast that's being filmed.
Oh, hard. No,
we are on a podcast that's being filmed
together. So
we are on a podcast that's being filmed.
Literally, we gorilla, ne? Back then. Ha, manje.
We are on a podcast that's being filmed.
You know those.
We are on a podcast that is being filmed.
Mosquito.
You guys need to be protected against yourselves, man.
What did I say that from? What did I say that from? What did I say
last
that
week?
Oh. Hey, got that one last week. Not all these guys.
You guys need to be protected against yourselves.
But we do know those girls.
Do you know the Sparks that went to Selborne?
The what?
Sparks. It's the surname Spark.
No.
They were these two brothers, dark hair. They both played rugby. The one is now, I think, a triathlete or something. Really, really like a chance. I just forget that. I don't know if it's Michael and what. Very like a chance.
And the Cannons. No, you're talking about someone else. Okay.
Cannon.
There was 2 white boys, Cannons.
Nick Cannon.
I think they were Sparks, eh?
No, they were Cannons.
The Cannon brothers.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They played for. They first played for what's that St Andrews team, Dream Team, and then I played with them at Mkulu Blues.
Fuck. Black hair.
Yeah. The one played fly half. The other one was a
Flank. Fuck. It was the Cannons. Why did I think they were the Sparks? Or maybe it was their moms.
I don't know them like that.
Fuck. Anyways, the Sparks is a big family in the Eastern Cape that owns a lot of spas.
Okay.
If you go to the Eastern Cape, spa, we are Dominator.
Okay.
Spa.
What does that have to do with
the kids
gorillas
taking
that
over?
are nice?
Sorry?
Are you going back to the business thing?
I'm going back to the business thing because you guys are talking
And the
trash.
gorillas.
Guys, we know those
ugly
kids.
ducklings become swans. We love that.
We're on a podcast getting filmed.
We're trying to give props where props are due.
Yeah, we're trying to help to say, you know what, you
It's
did
not.
well.
It's not doom and gloom. Siswami,
Awumuhle
utwami,
manje.
wena khona oyibona mhlawumbe umubi. Yabona umubi.
Give it 10 years.
Shapeless.
Give it 10
My
years.
papa nike isikhathi.
Give it
My
10
papa.
years. Yeah.
My papa
mature.
taught me one thing.
What is that?
Ngazi ke boy.
What is it? Alan Gray or
It is
Liberty
Alan
or
Gray.
something? It's Alan Gray. Do you know that ad?
Which one?
There's an ad of
You
a little.
explained it like twice to him.
It's okay. There's an ad of a little boy. I don't know if he gets the girl flowers or something, or he walks her home.
Or goes into Spy and say he's paying for the fuel for Ilogolak in the
No,
future.
that's Kasi. That's a fucking South African thing.
That's-
We're speaking Alan Gray. We're speaking serious things here. Not Lokshan. Iphisi yenyama la ukuthi one day ngizolobola ingane yakho.
LSM?
9 and 10.
Yeah, not LSM 1 to 3. Anyways, at the end of the ad, because this boy keeps doing things for this little girl.
Nice.
At the end of the ad, he says something like, "My papa always told me to invest in the long run or something." And then you see the girl's mom, and Intwana's looking at the old lady. Yabo, na investor la, ngizothola that.
My papa taught me 2 important things. Always look for potential. Then have the patience to wait for it.
She'll grow into that.
So I'm just saying, intwana mfethu must mawubona igorile skele. It's okay, but check your lady.
Hey, old lady.
Hey, uthekusela.
Ay, they mature, man.
Check your
Oh,
old
kambe
lady.
ingane mfethu kambe ichubby nyana yabona kambe ichubby igqoka ibuko wena uboni. Because uchubby buyaphela.
There's some girls that are hot when they're young,
Ah,
but you see
bawe.
their moms. Bakhuluphele baya, so uyabona she's gonna ripen too early and
Yeah,
then
then
lose it.
awe.
There's also some girls, guys, that know how to hold it.
In the long run.
There's some girls that were pretty sifunda nabo wa grade 6. Umbone manje 38 years old and you go,
There's a lady, there's a lady Jeremy Foss used to date.
who? Jeremy
There's this
Foss.
guy, he was hit boy at Kingswood. Jeremy Foss is one of the few human beings in my life where I'm like, if I could be anyone else that I think is better than me,
Some dope.
he was perfect in every way.
Is it?
He was perfect in every way. We were working together at Standard Bank at some point. Perfect in every
Even
way.
in banking. Look at you. Failure
He
of a
was seconded
podcast.
to the UK.
Look at that.
You know, the guy like gave speeches about unity and
Look at that.
non-racialism.
What grade were you in?
When he got to Rhodes in
Kulma.
first year, he used to go and buy a trolley of stuff at Pick and Pay and then go and donate to the need. Played
salt-
first team rugby.
Salt of the earth.
Played first team rugby. Used to pre-read for ecos. Used to ask all the smart
Obviously.
questions.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know,
Good looking hook.
good looking.
Fuck him.
Like about Ashton Kutcher. You know that
Fuck
Josh
him.
Hartnett.
He got a swimmer's body.
Oh,
Fucking loser.
Oh,
was-
man, I'm from
No, I don't know.
Probably dead.
but it no fuck. But hey, Jeremy.
He must ephenduka abe isitabane. Ukuthi compete now.
Jeremy used. I think he dated black girls as well. One of those.
Lento
lo simshaya.
ingamla.
Ngam, yeah.
No thing baseball
Loved
bet.
by everyone.
No thing
Perfect
baseball
in
bet.
every way.
No thing baseball bet. No.
And he was friendly
No,
to everyone.
no. Ngeke ube perfect ngayo yonke
Ifamily
indlela.
bewuthanda,
Bese
bathi
uzo
sonke.
No, he came from like a meager background, and he got a scholarship to Kingswood. He gave us. Look, I don't know. I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
But he gave a speech because there was a time when they were about to, I don't know, suspend or expel some boys, and he went to go and speak in front of the school that he's willing to take off his head boy badge or tie because it's like school is more than what, and you know these are his mates, and the most important thing is to make sure we're developing kids.
Oh,
These Riley Norton,
I'm sure
Alistair
baseball
Hargreaves
players,
type of O's.
angwanyanya.
He's friendly, bro.
Fuck his friendliness. Fuck him now.
Jam.
Whether you are fucking German, you are fucking German.
My point was,
He's a cunt. That's the point.
you must be protected against yourself.
No, you can't say he's a cunt.
Nyanya. Head boy, first team rugby.
He's donating.
That donator,
That's
so
sweet,
abantu
ngapha.
shaya impishi, uyi-Black Panther ngapha, he's standing up for ngamshaya.
Yes, there's Chris Micklewood at Westville. Got 5 A's in matric. He got 5 A's, including for art, and he made SA schools.
Bese
KZN.
ufuna ukujwayela osisi
That boy
bethu.
was blonde and he had blue eyes.
Ufuna ukujwayela osisi bethu. Abelungu bebaningi angafuna ukujwayela osisi bethu.
I didn't like
Kami
how
ngamshaya.
Do what?
I always didn't like amachita mfethu like antswemu mfethu because mina ngapha ngikhona ukushayela ngazi ukwenza next mfethu
Mina
his presence is enough you ngijule umchita lona mfethu
Ngcono betswempu ne, but ebele amajita la ajola ingane eyi-1 long term. Yazi la majita la
Yes, he
ntswempu.
was one of that. He was one of those.
You said ujola black girls.
No,
so I
no.
misunderstood.
In high school, he did jola black girls,
So
but not
ngapha
like
nangapha.
that. Anyways, my point was, there was a girl he dated at varsity, bro.
umfuna boy
I really think that girl probably came from royalty. But when you think of like British royalty, the way she spoke, the way she carried herself, I think she played a musical instrument. You know, she had like a soft giggle. She was the summer morning.
yasimulana nomchita
Oh, she was something else. Not for me, but I used to look and I was like, okay, this makes sense.
G07G.
I don't remember what she was.
you guys are taking me back to high school mfethu yazi
igama lakhe ngeke ngisho but student number sakhe kwakuthi G07G
I mean we had a girl mfethu
from Namibia.
is benimfuna nonke boy
Mangize ngiyekerke boyfriend ngiqala esontweni.
Oh, the Namibian girls were very religious.
Mangiyekerke boy. Mangibona uyahamba ekerke ngiyambona machita no. Imagine they would change their eating patterns and schedules.
This is why ladies enter free. Ladies' night.
Yeah, we all lapha dining hall.
Yeah,
Just in just congregate sibuke uGeo7
Got roads gorilla.
But
the serious institutions, roads, vits,
gorillas.
Ne?
Yeah.
Yabo mawufuna hot girls go to la khona ama diploma. Ama diploma nama higher certificate. Diploma, senior, about University of Technology.
UJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. University of Technology.
Yes, when we're playing or we're doing something at NMMU, you go from Rhodes, Monsieur, Nelson Mandela, Metropolitan University.
It's NMU now.
NMU.
It's not called NMU.
Ucha figure lapha boy. Amehlo kube buhlungu amehlo like ikhonya. Ula.
Ngathi uphuma endlaleni.
Lana kube singathi kadu deadlift angazi in intamo libiti.
Mara guys, what we're saying, are we speaking about a superpower that the ugly ones,
Yeah.
they needed their own superpower, which became
because no one gives a fuck.
Which became?
books.
Yo.
And then
that's not what we're talking about. You want to raise that now?
Yes,
we weren't talking about that.
I'm trying to unpack what
you're talking about the institutions.
The ugly chicks need to find a way to make it.
Because
there ain't no way they're going in for
there's
free.
a commonality or there's a trend between them. About gorilla, bayagu ikela, like baba ntswembu.
Yo, they must.
And then laba ba ntswembu vele body ayibona. There's no need to afake effort ebhaya because already uyabona ukuthi umuhle.
Ingane ngitshela intswembu from primary. She's like a specialist doctor now, boy. And I just don't understand. Why did you study so hard?
High school, we had this guy.
Being with those women today, for me, is a no-no.
Obviously now you're a big specialist to 36 hours in a row. I can't have time with intanda
What
nomuntu.
are you talking about?
Mina ngifuna umuntu obuye endlini ngo3.
What are you talking
Kuba. Ushaya 36 hours. Ngeke sidle imali yakho. 36 hours straight.
Specialists don't work 36. Those are GPs and ComServe.
No, but I'm just saying
that are seeing their fucking
whatever
asses.
it is, go back phonela wena ngo2 because
No, those are GPs on call.
No, but the specialist ya phonela na.
It depends on what type of special. You can be a Musam Tombeni.
We
just specialize. I think it's in radiology.
With the birth of my first, it ended up having to be an emergency C-section.
Sure.
And the OBGYN came highly specialist, one of the best in the country. We called her 2:30 in the morning.
Half two.
Yeah, fig, go my Crocs.
No, that's not the issue. Yes, they will be called, especially
So much
in that type of field.
Buga mina ngama insecurities. Apuma go 2 weeks in. Your favor.
She's going to the hospital.
Ikhanda lami. Insecurities.
That's not good enough. You can't just say I'm insecurities, Mrs.
With my baba. No good pele. No, but khona good lawyer uyababa. Phela kumule ukuthi
insecurities are that she's a CEO who travels a lot and she's always around horny fucking men with lots of money. And she's ambitious.
No,
but if she's specialist pediatrician,
yeah, no.
You can't be like my insecurities. You're seizing an infant with a heart condition.
So I was, yeah. Insecurities also have to do with my personality.
No, babuhamba ma conference on weekends.
Not even my conference. Not even my conference.
We've got a training camp this weekend.
Mina ngiyibona training camp.
I'm actually our jelly ball set.
Mina ngibona nje ngelunch. Mina ngibona ngelunch espanning ngelunch. Ngelunch nje from basithatha lunch 11 to 12.
Menuva la ispana khona uphethe ispam. Every now and then.
Ngelunch nje. Khona abantu banezibhamu ezithu, wena unesibhamu esiyi1 abakusabi. Khona abantu bangakusabi nje.
No, bengakusabi. But niggas must know what to say. That's a no-go area. Because when niggas are sniffing around and no gent ever shows, it's good to go.
Yeah.
Until umchitu nokufika bafethu njani. Now there's that little guilt of
good guys. So you minimize.
Good. You're just marking your territory.
So you minimize risk by going there and you're there with the R5. You are minimizing risk. Ne? Ukhumbule ukuthi khona amaphoyisa adlelwayo.
No, that's okay. Your insecurities are deep, bro.
No,
we just talk about managing risk.
Insecurities are deep.
Functionally gorilla boy. Yabona ain't the scissor.
The gorilla will smash your heart to pieces.
The gorilla smash your heart to pieces.
You know when a gorilla dates, like when a gorilla dates like a decent or an in-demand gent,
Yeah.
like with the gents as well,
Yeah.
you start feeling like this is my league.
Nale gorilla le.
Nomchito wounded. Once he dates a hot girl, mhlawumbe osisi or his cousins are hot, confidence yakhe is different. It's like, no, bahlosise ekhaya, so mina ngibajwayele osisi abanje. So you think that's your league. Everyone dates at their level of confidence. And your level of confidence is normally endorsed by, I dated this hot chick, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah, very meaning.
Yeah. So gorilla ntwana once like Jola no Trevor Noah uzolibona ngena libump. Hi guys, sorry I'm busy, and you're like, no, gorilla just trying. But it's because she's like, oh, based on the gents that I've been with, Nina nothing. And you're like, oh, okay. Kati gorilla. Gorilla, short girls.
Short gorilla.
Hey, short girls are
Short
the worst.
gorillas.
Shorty, Spongo, Tagati.
Yellow busy.
Yellow busy, Tagati. Dark Dindi, Tagati. So who's Lenda?
Dark Dindi as well.
Tofoza, Tagati. Into Jene Keke Neki.
Anyways, thank you for Tembisa. I appreciate it, bro.
What did you want to talk about?
A lot.
Let's hit one of them.
We'd have to hit all of them.
Yeah, let's go. We still have an hour also, man. Utube says 9 o'clock is a cutoff. 8:45 is a cutoff. Okay. Ufuna amanye amanzi? Uzokhawateka phela.
Let me start off by
Hey guys,
saying,
ngihambile ngayogijima kunzima bafethu. Yo maningi ngiyabonga mnganami. Ah, niwase grand.
can I read through all of them and then you guys will pick the one that you
we
think?
like. Yes, please. Ngiyabonga mnganami.
So this morning I sat and I thought about what AMAGENTS is as a platform. And at times I think we deviate from the mandate. And based on AMAGENTS, now in the streets, they normally give you guys props for this platform for, I think the term is ubadodisa, where you see young gents saying, you know, you guys are like my older brothers. Very young gents are like, you guys are like fathers to me. And I always feel like we have a responsibility in the chats that we have for ourselves to also be like I said, there's a kid out there, there's the out there who has no other place to go to be heard or to hear the things that we should be speaking about. Njoba den lethu triple jailer, Jakuja, Jesus Joy.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was upset because I've said before, I don't suggest that women be here. And shout out to the people in the comments who agree that women shouldn't be here. And I really think she came to the wrong platform because I think she was trying to save heathens, but you guys are unsavable. And the way you guys were pushing back, either she wasn't given a proper mandate, but she seemed uncomfortable with debating, which we love doing with religion. So you want someone who you can debate, whereas she's like, I'm not understanding. She seemed caught off guard, like, I don't understand why questioning ngo Jesu wami. So I was like, ish, tough.
Yeah.
Anyways, but for me, and for some of the guys out there, man, to say the things that other people won't say that I think men need to hear. A message to men who have lost children. No one ever talks to men that are, it's always the mom. I've seen a situation where there was a lady who lost a child, and when her mother got to her, the first thing the mother did is she went to the baby daddy and she asked, how are you doing with the loss of the child? I witnessed this and I was like, this is refreshing. And she literally said, I know everyone's going to be here for my daughter, but you've also just lost a child. I just wanted to know how you're feeling. Men who are dealing with psycho baby mamas.
Let's go there.
Men who are having issues with their penises.
Erectile
dysfunction.
Like I do it.
Unama rash, unama warts, it's sore to pee. You're always scratching. Yeah, alphakami mfethu. And like uneskam. And anything to do with umshini mfethu. Because niggas are scared to speak about that stuff. And if AMAGENTS doesn't discuss stuff like this, I don't know where else they can go. You know what I mean? Amachita that are overweight and need to lose weight. This one is one of my favorites, which I think must constantly be brought up. A message to Amachita and Asispan. Amachita that are struggling with jobs, businesses, they don't have inu, and just to keep their heads up and where they can maybe go for assistance. Amachita who have lost their loved ones, especially their mothers and their fathers. Especially their mothers. But as I wrote that, there's a clip on TikTok of Steve Harvey where he speaks about having a father and what that means. I think he gets emo in that clip because they're sitting around a campfire.
This is the quote that I learned that helped me with my father's death. And I couldn't understand why it was beating me up so bad. When a man's father dies, he realizes that the one man who truly wanted him to be better than him is gone. Your father is the only man that has ever wanted you to be better than him. There ain't another man living wants you to be better than him. Bruh.
I've never heard that.
I love you, man, but I don't want you to be better than me.
That's real.
Your father wants you to be better than him. And when he dies, you realize it. And what the part that fucked me so bad was, man, I don't feel like crying today.
Man,
the only thing.
How about that?
Listen, man. I didn't have nobody. When my daddy died, I didn't have nobody to say they was proud of me. That fucked me up. Because, you know, my dad used to call me and say, man, I'm so proud of you. And when he died, man, nobody said that to me no more. Nobody. And it's kind of crazy, man. Until I married Marjorie, nobody said they was proud of me. So loser, that's what the fuck part for me was with him. He came to all my shows, like I'd fly him out. My mother never saw me because she didn't want to hear me cussing. So my mother never saw me. My dad, even if the show was sold out, I'd make him take a fold-away chair and pop it up for him and my brother. My dad would sit down there, and he was sitting next to this lady one time. She said, oh, well, you must be special, sir. They done put a fold-away chair in there. He said, yeah. You know that boy that finna come out here, Steve Harvey? That's my son. All these niggas in here done paid to see this boy right here. And my father would sit there, man. And I sent him money all the time. My mother said, your daddy go down there with that check in his pocket with his gun. And everybody was trying to, Mr. Harvey, where is you getting all this money from? You seen the TV show, the Steve Harvey show? They said, yeah, that's my boy right there. And that gave me the juice I needed. When he left, man, that fucked me.
And then just my suggestion to try and spend time with your father or your paternal uncles and why I believe that. And then this one, maybe I want to leave this one for last. Sure. Telling your kids. Telling young boys, in fact, ukuthi, letting young boys know that women cheat and women lie, because some of us learn these things later and just covered up blind. Whereas boys must know that your own mom, if she didn't cheat on your father, probably cheated on other gents. Your mom is not an angel. And you need to kill that thing in your head because it's going to traumatize you later when you find out that chicks are cheating. And they lie. And they can be just as toxic as men. And they're normally verbally and emotionally violent, whereas men are normally physically violent. And then just for much to go to church, read their Bible and pray, or go to MSAMU, consult, speak to elders, slaughter if they need to, meditate, fast, walk in the sun, live a healthy life. I spoke to my firstborn son. He had a play last week, which was pretty dope. He sent me videos. I'll share them with you. Where it was the Lion King production and he was acting as Scar. But he sent me a message asking, how's life? So we're not in the same city. He's like, how's life in Jozi? And I was like, no, life is chill, bro, but I'm just fighting inner demons. And I was like, yo, inner demons. And I was like, yeah, look, I'll explain to you when I see you. but we have inherited decision-making mechanisms in our heads which lead to certain outcomes and consequences. And because we weren't taught, we find ourselves repeating the same decisions our mothers and fathers made. People call those generational curses. And then when the outcomes come out similar, the same, later on in your 30s, 40s, you start thinking, I do think we're fighting a spiritual warfare, but a big part of it for me is just being aware. These are the decisions my parents made. To cheat, to get divorced, to have kids outside, to hit my mom, to stab my dad, to lie about paternity. Like, these are things that these are decisions your parents made. And there's a chance that you've inherited some of them. And the reason I want to speak to my lighty, and I guess all of my kids about it, is we don't discuss generational curses with our kids. The generations before us. And I think that's a huge blind spot, because ingane itola in trouble, whereas you could have been told, yazi la ekhaya mfethu sinenkinga yokuphuza. Yazi la ekhaya sinenkinga yokufeba. Yazi la ekhaya mfethu osisi bala ekhaya ubheko anti bakho nosisi bakho ubheka ukuthi bapho obaba. Banale nkinga yokulala namadoda balethe ingane or bavalele obaba ngaphandle. So we've got that problem, and I need you growing up to be fully conscious of our shortcomings as a family. Mhlambe siyahlupheka. Uyabona sonke siyahlupheka mfethu la ekhaya. I need you to be aware of it, because I'm going to need you to try and fight your natural urges to make different decisions and break as many of them as possible. And even now, where you're falling short when you're choosing a partner, try and find a partner who fills those gaps that Tina as a family we have. Try and maybe it's going to be difficult and you might end up hurting Usiswaban, but try and find a girl from a good family, because she might help, or ingane might fix some of those things. Sonke siyidudla, mhlambe mfethu uzitholele islender. To be like, no, mfethu, if uhluza mfethu ngiyayithanda mfethu njengoba kuyi-winter, but you're like, mfethu, we're trying to fight something, because diabetes, high blood, cholesterol, just to zama mfethu siyingane zakho zithi, hey, my family is huge, but we're not, because my dad chose a slender bender.
You know what you're saying is so interesting, because I think in our first app for this year, I spoke about trying to understand the giviness and whatnot. So I'm starting with my my uncles and my aunts, where I am etube. Busy.
Can you guys please stop saying his name?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I didn't say his name.
Sorry, it's me. Apologies.
No problem.
So I think about a month ago, I think I spoke to Mlotshwa. I then sent like a 2-pager document to all the aunts and uncles, asking them very specific questions about who we are as a family, just to really unpack some of these things that you were speaking about.
Can you make examples of the questions? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
One question that
these were things were sent in English.
Yeah, in English. Yeah, because now it's going to be tough now for me to interpret it again for the next generation. I just wanted it in English, then I can translate moving forward.
AI.
Yeah, no standard. Yeah, no ring. Some of the questions were, what were some of the things you saw from your uncles that became a pattern in our family?
You don't specify good or bad.
No,
you just ask patterns.
Yeah, just any of it. Your fondest memory of your mother and your father, which is my grandfather and my grandmother. How they raised you? Do you think they did a good job, a bad job? Or there's a moment that was traumatizing for one of you guys? So there's a lot of questions. Then what are if there's someone to say, what are the 10 principles that govern the Gibeonese? What do you think they should be? 50 years from now, when someone reads this book, what is the main message you want from them to get from this book? So yeah, it's a 2-pager, and I spoke to them prior for 30 minutes for each of them, just speaking to them like, hey guys, I want to do this thing so that, the next generation, we can unpack who we are. But deep down, what I truly want to figure out is, what are some of the issues that we have that we're not speaking about? Because I believe that I come from people, I can look like them, but I also inherit their traits. I truly believe that. I don't think you just
By traits, you mean their behaviors?
Yeah, the behaviors. Sorry, yeah, their behaviors. Whether you're shy, whether you're Tugana, you like certain type of girls, it's cheating, it's
business,
demonic stuff, it's failure, even workaholic, poverty,
high
richness, high divorce. I think we inherit some of these things, but the issue is that we don't know where they come from. And I think even when you go to a psychologist or this therapist, I think sometimes they must change how they do it, because I don't think they are really unpacking from a family structure.
They just call it childhood traumas.
Oh,
it goes as far as that.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying they go as far as that. I remember my dad hitting my mom, but they don't go deeper. Your father's gonna be like, no, sasilwa.
Yeah.
And then impi yaphela, and then saqala sashaya mama, and then ngoba injwayelo, and sasiba disciplina, but then go figure empowerment and freedom. And manje, intwana zethu are still hitting women.
Sure.
But about sashayana.
Who doesn't go deeper than that?
No, I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying normally when you listen to mainstream, they normally just ask about childhood traumas.
Maybe I haven't experienced it. I'm just speaking now from a mainstream perspective, what I've seen online. So yeah, part of the thing is to really unpack who our traits, our traumas and all those things, then unpack where we come from, our history, so that the next generation can have this one book of unpacking who we are and where we come from. Because in fact, I think I told him Mlotshwa, I went to an elephant sanctuary. This guy was telling us that the elephants right now, their horns won't grow longer anymore because of the trauma of the poaching. So as we go in the next 5 years, 6 years, they're getting shorter and shorter because of the trauma.
They're evolving as a form of protection.
Yes. Of what happened the past 50 years or 100 years ago, because of them being hunted every single time. Then they're just getting shorter and shorter.
And it's why elephants don't forget. No?
Yes, it's a form of trauma. So I think human beings also have that. Just that we're not having these uncomfortable conversations we pass it on.
Sometimes they say depression is hereditary.
Yeah, I do believe so. Because I've seen, in fact, 3 generations, close to 4 now. We'll see how that kid turns out. When in fact, poverty, it's like it's part of that family. It's almost like it's their
culture,
DNA.
Yeah, it is.
And they embrace it that no, this is who we are. Tina will never make it. Even how they speak, how they behave.
Was talking about epigenetics as well.
Yes.
The conductor of Voices of Songom. About that. Sorry.
Yeah, man, that was nice, man.
That was dope.
I forgot to do a shout out.
Thank you for coming through, bro.
You
much appreciated. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, that was
for people that don't know, I had a live podcast with Mlotshwa Ndlovu. He's my favorite local choral composer and conductor in South Africa. He has his own choir called Voices of Songom, and the joints were there in support.
Yeah, that's too nice.
Thank you.
I do think that we're not willing to do the hard work. And even with me, in fact, just doing that 3-page program was a lot, man.
Before you're willing to do the hard work, you must know that it needs to be done.
There you go. Sure.
So that's that first step is the one people never get to.
Because in fact, we don't know. Because Mosako could inherit someone from Umuntu 3 generations ago. Until you sit with whoever, like, no, man. That's why this kid is
the
like
trick
this.
with something like that is that, is it inherited or is it learned? So
you can say both, and please mention epigenetics.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you were...
No, please get it.
So I wanted to jump in there. So I'm reading a book. It's called
That's how we know he's lying.
When I I
was reading Facebook.
I'm listening to an audiobook. No, I don't read. Everybody knows I don't read. But I was listening to... I just finished it, actually.
Nice.
The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz.
Okay.
And there's one where...
Don Miguel Ruiz.
It's a Miguel.
Don Miguel Ruiz.
Miguel Ruiz. He's a Mexican.
There's 4 agreements, but Don Miguel Ruiz.
Well, he's released another book called The 5th Agreement. That one Robert Greene.
So is it nice? Is it a dope book?
I haven't gotten to this new book. No, but Chaba's Robert Greene. Mafuna like the 50th law. What's right?
That's 50
cents. So it's essentially 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. The one that I want to talk to is that you mustn't take things personally.
Please speak slower. I can't hear you.
So
Umamsi had that book, by the way. She gave it to me, and I just never read it. No,
please do. It's
I've got too many books in my library.
It's a very, very short book. So I listen to audiobooks. So the audiobook is about 3 hours long. So if you commute, takes you 30 minutes to work.
But you must be in audiobooks to practice that.
But let's say I listen to audiobooks all the time. So let's say you commute, takes you 30 minutes to work, 30 minutes back.
That's an hour.
That's an hour of listening to audiobook. Let's say, for example, you gym. Let's just say that's not an hour. That's 2 hours. You know, so
4 agreements.
So the first one
now,
is.
if you listen to it on Audible, the updated thing.
Oh, you can even listen to it on
Smart
YouTube. You go to YouTube,
bookmark
guys.
it,
You
put some notes on it. It's too
you go to
nice.
YouTube. You go and you download that 3 hours. So you listen to it at your own leisure. So he writes 4 agreements that you need to have with yourself. You know. So the first one is to be impeccable with your word.
To be impeccable with your word.
Yeah.
Is that like keeping promises?
So it's whether it's keeping promises, it's minding the speech, you know, is
What
your
you
word
manifest.
You know, is your word hateful? Do you know, just 2 people? Is it said with love? Is it said with kindness? Your inner speak, you know, is it always you defeating yourself? Anyways,
Yes.
the second one is the one I want to talk about. Don't take things personally. You know, and then he speaks about don't make assumptions, and then the last one is
The third one is don't make assumptions.
assumptions. Yeah.
These are agreements you make with yourself.
Yeah. So instead
Don't
of
make assumptions.
just rather ask questions, you know, versus making assumptions. And a lot of us, you know, he makes an example of you going in a mall and you see someone, beautiful lady smiling at you, when in your brain you now palama wedding vows.
Have you seen Superbad?
Yeah, she wants to fuck me. She wants my dick.
She wants to fuck me. She wants my dick in and around her mouth. That's Jonah Hill. That when you're still a young fucking poos.
Fatty.
You've never seen Superbad? Please watch it if you can. It's a classic with McLovin.
The last one is do your best. Always do your best. That's the last one. You know, give 100%. Anyway, I want to go to.
I'm such a contrarian.
I
I need to work on it. I think. Sorry,
I want to go to don't take things personally. So you started off by saying, Wuti, you feel like we've moved away from the mandate. And the question is, what is the mandate? Mm-hmm. You know, I remember when we were throwing names around and I wanted to have kitchen chats, you know, and then cooking in the kitchen. Yeah, so it was a lot of those things.
Did you get the pun? Emakishin is like emadolobheni, like in the suburbs. Umama usebenza emakishin. It's a fair question. I need you said don't make assumptions.
Oh, okay. Yes, I get the pun. Sorry. I get the pun.
Some people didn't get it. He kept saying it, semakishini, and some people didn't get the pun.
Yeah, there's a lot of
emakishini was a term for like. Anyways,
so Uso makes a lot of puns that go over. People say it hits you a little bit later. Ngiti, did you get that?
No, I didn't.
Anyway, fuck. I lost my train of thought.
Don't take things personally. The mandate you wanted to call.
So the mandate. So again, we were playing around with certain titles where it was chats in the kitchen, cooking in the kitchen, and then when at you dropped, okay, let's call it AMAGENTS.
Cook.
You know, with names.
Here's the problem with calling it that. I feel like it's locked us in the thinking that this is a show for AMAGENTS, because again, the origin of the show is based off the Penuel show. And the Penuel show wasn't
The origin
of this show.
Of the show.
Is what?
It came from that room. It was inspired.
It inspired.
Because the people came
by the Penuel show.
Yes.
AMAGENTS was inspired by the Penuel show.
So let us go. So essentially, you weren't just interviewing males. You're interviewing every Tom, Dick, Harry. And the conversations that were being had in the kitchen were fire conversation. And we said so many times, it's almost like we could have cameras there, and then have this whole
It's like an offshoot.
Like an offshoot. Like
not necessarily inspired, okay.
Yes. So it was like, can we do something like that? It wasn't like, hey, let's do something like where we conversate only for men.
Generally, it was only gents who conversed here.
Sharp. But we had one where I remember even one of the latest one where there was 2 ladies where we spoke, and we were sitting here and we spoke for a while. Sitting there, we were speaking all types of things. Like sometimes even the ladies that work for Tribal, there's some great conversations that come here. You know, great debates.
I need to be fair,
people engaging.
That 80% of it
80%
was just men talking.
Yes,
so men will
95%.
90.
Okay,
90 will
90.
gravitate. Yeah.
But there wasn't a deliberate mandate that when the Penuel show happens, it must be 90% men, 95% men. It was who's going to make for great conversation. Let's speak to that person. And then when they came into this space, maybe people are making coffee, making tea, having chows. It was also great conversations off camera. So people were then more relaxed, more risque in the things that they were saying. Yeah. So we're like, that's great. So there wasn't in my mind and in the conversation where it was a male thing, where now it's become this thing for a space for men to be heard and men to get therapy. That's why I'm like, but that wasn't the mandate. And even when we'd come and sit in here, there wasn't a, hey, let's talk about this. Hey, let's talk about that. These are the topics that are top of my mind. It was, let's just have conversations. And then now we've got this term AMAGENTS, and it's almost as if it's put us in a box.
But this is why I've asked you guys over and over, relatively early.
Yeah.
What are you guys trying to achieve?
We've said it. How many times? Ghost. How many times have we said that we just here to have chats? How many times have we said that?
It doesn't
It's
matter.
Not,
I'm
what do you mean?
PGEC. I'm not fighting with you.
But you make it seem as if we
Please
are.
breathe.
I mean,
There we go. I was just saying, Fitz, and I raised it in the group a couple of times. It had to do with who's in charge of the podcast, who gets to vet and invite whatever guests. And then I was like, what are you guys trying to achieve? Are you trying to get views? Are you trying to just release? Is it just for you guys to unpack? Do you actually want to get? And I always emphasize the why. Because you're gonna feel a need to deviate. The Triple J sit down here did very good views, and it had amazing clips on TikTok.
Yes.
Now, when your why is not firm, you see that and you're like, oh, no, let's invite another person like that. But once your why is, it doesn't matter if you do 50 million views or 500. You're like, no, Tina, we're here. Because it's very easy to deviate.
But it was very apparent in literally the following week, with me being dead drunk and having we're going back to just chats.
No, I'm not fighting with you. I'm adding on to what you're saying.
I want to clarify, because every time we hear different things. So again, hence why I'm saying that second agreement, which you don't take it personally. So when people say it must be a conversation for men, I know what they are needing that. Whoever's saying that, that's on them.
Maybe.
I'm saying
Maybe.
we also get DMs from ladies.
I don't.
That's good.
You don't get DMs from ladies.
You get DMs from ladies?
I've never, not even one.
About AMAGENTS?
About anything.
Do you get DMs?
From ladies? I mean, I'm telling you.
I got one. I've gotten one
shit.
DM from a lady. So there's two ladies I normally check in the comments. Janet Johnston, Michelle Kumalo. Michelle is DM'd me saying, please don't invite women to the podcast. Yeah. That's the one DM I got.
Yes, and again, I don't take it personally because that's her need. You're missing the whole thing.
I'm not missing anything,
no,
bro.
but hear me. So
why do you think I'm disagreeing with you?
Because you keep saying we shouldn't. You suggest we shouldn't.
You should not
invite females.
No,
and I'm saying
no.
Okay.
So again, you don't take it personally. You start a podcast. You can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it Skomling into women's titties. Then you start filming episodes. And whether you like it or not, Tinder was for dating and relationships. OnlyFans was for creatives and artists to give their fans access to the work, music, and then it became a porn. I'm just saying there's your wish and your desire,
and then,
of course there's the audience.
YouTube as well.
And what's important when you have a why, like let's say yours, the integrity of it is for you to constantly vocalize it, if not to the audience, then to us, so that top of mind, we are also aware. So in a situation like now, you're like, hey, gents, just to clarify, this is not a gents podcast. It just happens to have like Amachita as the anchors. To let the audience know, and then it's incumbent upon you to invest in bringing female guests, even if they suck. And you're like, the only reason we're bringing them is so that people know this is not a gents podcast. That's what I'm saying. You create a culture, but once you have your why, then the audience comes, and Tinder, people are fucking each other. And then on OnlyFans, it's hoes. You're like, shut this shit down.
Sure.
Close the chicks who are naked. On Tinder, you're like, if you're not here for a serious relationship, if you're here for a hookup, we will ping you. We'll fucking kick you off the thing, because that is not our why. But if the why changes, which it can, then you're like, hey guys, we started off as a creatives platform. Hey, this thing has become bigger than us. So that's all I was saying.
So
Mina, for me, this platform as an audience and being here is therapy for us and therapy for men.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just finish again. So again, I think we've said it enough. So
you agree?
At least, okay, I've said
Him
it
and
enough.
I will always add to what he says in terms of it's what he thinks it is or what it has become, and I just add another layer because I think we can be so many.
He
things.
says he thinks you guys have said it enough.
It's not enough. If people keep on saying, "Hey, don't bring in Mlotshwa,"
but again,
enough.
I'll tell you something, Yabon. I'll read. So I sometimes read. I'm not the biggest reader of comments, but I'll sometimes read the comments, and I want to go with the Triple J, and I'll tell you what hurt me about the comments.
Which episode?
The one with sis
Jakuja.
Jesus
Triple
Joy.
J. Imagine the name of J. Jesus.
Jesus.
Who gave it?
Jakuja, Jesus Joy.
No, that's her. Because what hurt me was not, for example, they were saying Penuel. Ne? What hurt me was not the fact that they were saying Penuel. I've read some of the negative comments that people say about you on your stuff. And I'm like, take this energy and praise him here because he's phenomenal. Yeah. It's almost as if they will go on your space. Again, the majority is always beautiful comments. But they'll go into your space, talk badly, and then they'll almost like throw things. This is why you went on not or something to try and trigger. Yeah. And then they'll come into a different space and I'm like...
It's not the same people.
Is it not the same people?
No, I was about to say
but it feels like it's the same energy.
No, it's not the same people.
But I feel like it's the same energy.
No, you know what I realized also with Triple J?
Yeah.
It's easier, so I don't think she calls herself
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
I apologize. I'm making it easy.
She doesn't.
So that we don't keep saying Jakuja, Jesus Joy.
Wait. But I wanted to finish about the not taking it personally. Uguti, so when you read that, because I know, Uguti, like, what we were trying to achieve with Usisi.
Sure.
Yeah, but it wasn't about, I know, let's do something for the viewers. That wasn't the in-clause. To a point where you were even initially like, does this flow? What? And I was like, bro, what it is that we just here to chat. Because people said, why didn't you debate her harder? Because that's not what we do here.
Please explain to me again why the comments hurt you.
No, because I read some of your comments and sometimes people... So again, I'm just looking at the energy. And I was like, I wish I could take these beautiful comments this side and move it here. Because
is it not that the comments... how do I phrase this? That's not how you wanted the episode to be received. Which means you must go back home and figure out how you can do it better so it lands the way you want.
No, the comments can be whatever. I took it personally when your name was brought in. Guti, it was also during that WhatsApp thing that you had sent me.
What WhatsApp thing?
There's a screenshot that you were sending me. So that's maybe why I was also projecting so much anger.
Oh.
Yeah, one. So I was like, fuck.
It was an emotionally triggering episode, which is why it's got good views.
Okay, so I'm saying, Guti, again, I don't take those things personally until I take them personally. Because, again, we were having a personal conversation. And just so happened, I was like, please take this love where he needs it. And then you can... Because they smash us all the time, bro. So, like... Pause. And you get a lot of it as well. But, like, I've realized, Guti, like...
Now, Tebza gets a lot.
But it has nothing... But it has nothing to do...
Over time... People like Otebs on a platform become people's favorites.
Yeah, because you realize, Guti, a lot of it has nothing to do with me personally. Because today I'll say something that you don't like, you'll call me shit. Tomorrow I'll say something that you find funny, like, Penson's the best. So again, it's all about so I can't really I don't take comments personally at all. To a point where, again, if I took comments personally, that lady wouldn't have been here at all. And because she wouldn't have been here, we wouldn't be in a space like this where we can unpack and take the learnings and then do a spin-off. Guti, please can she get interviewed by a panel? Please can she go so that we can see other aspects and other angles.
I'm sad that I wasn't here, man. I would have loved to engage her.
I don't think you being here would have... There was something about the way that she carried herself in that episode. There's something about it that makes it... That episode is going to live for a while. It's almost like...
No, I'm not saying the episode would have been better.
No, I'm not saying it's going to...
I'm saying that I wasn't here to engage.
I'm saying it would have been different with you here.
It would have been different.
Yes, and I'm saying, Guti, sometimes with you not being here...
With anyone not being anywhere.
Yes. It
changes the dimension.
I love the fact, and I will like to talk about your potential with OCC?
No.
No. Okay.
That
Can I
sucks.
talk now?
No, just don't take it personally. Can I wrap up? Can I wrap up?
Sure.
Sorry, landing the plane. I'm sorry. I've taken.
Yeah.
So, again, I know that I've said that many times, which here it's a conversation. It's not an interview. I've said it to the guests that have come here. And again, some of them, it lends itself to being an interview because Baatula. So then you're like, shit, okay, let's do that. But ideally, Makfigo names, it becomes a conversation. Makfiga, you want those conversations. It started off with, Pigo, or Sparky, or it was just conversation. We weren't trying to kulisa anyone. We weren't trying to watwati. The whole inception of this was just the chats that we had stolen from the Penuel show, moving into the chats. And slowly but surely, some of the comments have said, this is because they need it. And we know that you guys need what you need. And we'll try to accommodate as best as you can. But I love it when you guys come here and talk about movies. And you guys go crazy. And the passion and the energy. And I'm like, okay.
That's you as an audience of one.
That's also me as the person who runs the show.
No, I understand. But I'm saying, from a consumption perspective,
yes,
it's you as an audience of one.
Yes, I'm saying, Witty, my voice as the audience of one is very different than John O sitting at home as an audience of one. So I'm saying, Witty, whenever you guys speak about movies and the passion and the little what you guys go about, for me, who is the face here, I say, I love it. It's almost like we're going back to anything goes.
Yeah. One, the joy chat. You know that chat. I was not a...
Shout out this way too. Saktan.
I feel sorry for her. I think she's received a very unfair backlash from the Christian community.
Yeah, no. You didn't see the comments?
No.
There's even a video on YouTube from a pastor who's...
No. You know what? I probably haven't been on TikTok in the past month.
YouTube.
Angiyenzi TikTok. Mina ngidlala
Check the
TikTok.
stuff outside of TikTok. It's hectic.
YouTube, I literally read max 10 comments, maybe 50. I was reading them literally that day that you were sending me screenshots about that Chandis. I was literally at that time, so I was like, what? And I was just so overwhelmed with what's happening. And then I just said, stop, I'm out.
Yes,
I don't read comments, bro, anymore.
It's hectic, man.
No, I can't.
When that lady came here, I was like, it was just a chat, because I don't think she was that deep into the Shandis, I think one or two things just triggered me. I'm like, then we might just go there. But then as well,
I think you did well in that chat.
Sure.
And I'm very unhappy with the comments that had issues with you, personally.
Sure.
I think they were very unfair.
Let's try. And I'll play one laugh. Yes.
I don't get it.
But it's part of the game, man. Once you put yourself out there, well, you must just accept that.
Yeah, you're in the arena, boy.
I want to chat.
Yeah, when you're in the field.
I was just triggered by a few things, and it went even into the religion. The aim was not to challenge. Actually, more than anything, it was about dating, feminism, where we're going wrong in relationships and whatnot. Then a few things just triggered, But then I had to hold myself to say, no, man.
I don't know if she's ever watched this podcast.
But
that was my concern as well.
No. She did say, I'm frustrated. I don't know why I'm here. She said something similar. This thing is frustrating me. Something like that.
Yeah. As she was speaking, I was like, I don't think she's watched.
She said, I regret
an episode.
Yeah. So it was that. But
at the end, she said she loves it and she'll come back.
Yeah. So the intention was not to debate the Christian stuff. It was definitely not. It was just to have a chat about dating. Going back to what we're speaking about, what the platform is, I won't lie. I'm passionate about issues of men. Even before this podcast, generally as we speak about as a machita. Back then, man, whether it's like 2000 and whatnot, I've always been passionate about what can we do to solve the issues of the black people at the top, and then amachita, because I really do think men are struggling. And I personally wouldn't have an issue if 95% of this podcast it's that.
What if it's 100%?
No, 100%. No. No, man. I just want to come here and just talk whatever. But once it becomes 100%, now you're programming me.
You said 95%. That's high.
It's high.
Dear Dolly, Itotolos la my vogue.
Whatever we're at right now, can you just add maybe another 10-20% about men stuff, because I'm really passionate about that stuff, because I really do think no one is speaking for Amajit, and I just think men are just lost because of
urologist urologist.
Yeah.
urologist ke totolo
But it goes beyond.
Low sperm count.
Neuro.
Euro.
Oh,
And
Euro.
Euro.
Oh, Euro. Ke for 5. Neuro
Urologist,
ke daddy.
Yes.
Okay, sure. So whatever it is now, it's from a man, whatever perspective, I just want us to add another 10%, 20%. Because I do think how much they're going through a lot and no one is speaking about them. So if we are that platform, I flipping love it.
But since he was saying that young king, come on, young king,
okay.
you're a king.
You're a king. It's because because you've got a low frequency.
She was biased against you. I didn't enjoy that. I actually didn't take kindly to that.
But now
I don't, again, maybe not watching.
Yeah.
I think in her head, it's like we're having an interview. Why is that guy interrupting us? There's something called like a ghost in the back. So it's like, why does he keep talking? I think that's what happened. I could be wrong. So she ended up feeling like, almost saying, sorry, we're having an interview here. Like, do you want to say something? You're like, we do that.
So again,
I think that's what happened.
But it's not just that, because again, we've shared so many things with different people, and I don't want to zone in on her. But we've said to anyone, there's a gentleman that we said to the other time, Guti, bro, even Osis, we said, this is not an interview. This is a conversation. And my figure in Abantu, your people can sit there. They can also, let's get the mics. Let's also, so you are told, you are briefed, you are,
means nothing.
Yes,
you know
but 100%.
You've said it.
I'm going back to the message of what we're trying to do.
Sure.
We say it, but people will always need what they need.
The challenge is on you to try and get that out of them.
They're just having a chat.
Yeah. So part of it could be something like, do you have any questions for me? And have them pose some questions and then try and...
Yes.
It's tough,
yes.
but yeah,
for example, we tried, and then person was like, I'm very frustrated. Then you're like, okay, let's not try that. Then you're like, do you have any questions? No? Okay.
But
So you start realizing, okay, this is different, and now where you need to be.
Is it out of respect that you guys keep like a guest that might be stiff?
Is it?
Out of respect.
That we do what?
Let's say you're chilling with a guest and you can feel that energy is off.
Yeah.
Do you keep pushing out of respect?
So
I've imagined one of my podcast episodes lasting 10 minutes. I'm waiting for one.
So
to last 10 minutes, Birdman.
Yeah.
I just came here to tell you I fucking hate you.
So what's the issue? Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Did you pull up on Ross that way or Trick Daddy?
Man, I'm pulling up on you, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm the radio guy. Why I pull up on the radio guy? Don't act tough with the radio guy.
I hear my nigga. Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking. Let's rock.
Are we finished or we done?
Black Penya Masimba.
Are we finished or we done?
Bengizokutshela nje mfethu on your podcast with Angushi. Like
I figured you guys were so comfortable talking about me. You might want to talk about me while I'm here.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, cool. When, okay. Oh, yeah?
Last week, Fiso made a comment about Gigi Lamaine being a downgrade. So I came here to understand what that conversation was about.
You know, and you're like, you know what? Oh, I'm like, Fetch, you know what? I think this is the wrong podcast. We can actually shut it down. I'm preempting.
No, you've done that. Just we continued. The lady went nuclear. The first time you spoke to her, the first 30 minutes, and you even said it on camera, you're like, no, man, something is off here.
Princess Mtombe?
Yes. You stopped.
Was that when there was lightning?
Yes. The first time you're like, no, man, there's something off here. Because I think she thought it's an interview, but she was too stiff. Something happened, and you're like, no, man, you can relax and we can talk. But just that you didn't stop.
Can I tell you why I don't stop? Because, now it sounds very rapey. Jeez. There's a skill that I'm also trying to develop within myself.
Okay.
Where I'm like, if I'm a conversationalist, can I, just for my own growth, I also need to get out of my own comfort zone.
And right through the...
Yeah, it's easy to chat to a name.
Discomfort.
Oh, yeah, when I also only have, there's guys that are just saying, this guy's way is like, it's too easy. We can chat for hours and hours. Then you realize, Guti, there's people that they just, maybe they don't dig your flavor. For real.
But they then come here.
Or just
people come to podcasts for various reasons.
Yes, they want to send a message, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Then you start realizing, I need to now adjust. Or like you'll see someone on screen, they're very funny on screen. Then you see them here and they like this. And because I'm like, when I view you and what you present to the world on social media, you this fun comedy, you that personality. So I'm like, hey, let's chat. And I'm thinking I'm going to bring the same energy.
And then fuck on.
Yeah, that. And then it's. But if you don't know how to pivot, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I carry on.
Yeah, but just to give it that answer, me and Mlotshwa, I think we are saying the same thing. I just want. No, we are saying the same thing.
No, you're not.
And I'll tell you why. He has whether he agrees to what I'm saying or not, his default is main issues.
He agrees.
No, he's on teen. His default is main issues.
But he doesn't want this platform to be that.
But I'm saying it has become that.
But he's saying he doesn't want this.
He's on teen. He can speak about what I want it to be and what it has become naturally.
But he doesn't want it to have become this. Okay.
It's already there.
Let me speak for myself.
My brother. It's already there outside of a mandate.
But he doesn't want that.
Allow me to talk for myself.
Even if he doesn't want that, it will become there because that's what he gravitates to naturally.
Allow me to chat for myself, please.
Can I? Allow me to rebut, Chair. Chair, allow me to rebut. Where's my volume here, Chair?
On a point of order.
Listen properly.
Guys, obviously ngumjita. Nami ngiyahlupheka ngizangidlula izinto zokuba umjita. So it's not like from the first episode, sasiringa ngezinto esihlupha amajita. We said as amajita sihlele khoneni siyaringa. So ngisho singavaya manje, no cameras, nothing. Sihlale khoneni siringe. I-bulk of into soringa ngayo is man things.
Yeah.
Yabona. Inking ukuthi some comments want us to only every episode.
Yeah, I mean,
noma kanjani. Sifeke sikhuluma nje ngobudoda namatotolozi abangasebenzi. Nalona ukuthi yena ufuna depressed ufuna ukuzihenga.
Why do you keep reverting to itotolozi? It's not even like one of the main things.
Njalo bafuna ukukhuluma ngokuthi ufuna ukuzihenga. Mina ngina umsebenzi ngifuna ukuzihenga.
Come to God.
Come to God. Come to God.
You know?
I can't believe you guys played that clip. That was highly inappropriate.
She posted it as well on her thingy, but she didn't post the horrible stuff. She just posted highly inappropriate. That was very nice. I was like, shout out, shout out, girl.
Be on that close up of her while Penson is playing that. Mfana, she's shocked. She's like, "Nama heathen."
That was disrespectful to her.
Oh.
That was disrespectful to her.
Is it?
Yeah. You must understand, Petru, Jesus to her is kibine.
Yeah, but that's a Mfundisi that says that.
It doesn't matter. It could be.
And what Mfundisi is saying is actually positive. Yes. He's saying people must come to God.
Yes, you
and
say that
stop
you're
focusing.
To someone who's a lover of Jesus, that stuff is offensive. It's like blasphemy.
Wait. Unpack what you say is blasphemous about Mfundisi saying,
come to God.
Come to God and leave. He is.
Yeah, but you guys don't find it funny because he's saying come to God and leave darkness. It's because of Lenta show
how he's saying it.
That is not the type of Christian she is.
Oh, so it's almost like put it like that. It's not the type of Christian she is, but Mfundisi says nothing wrong.
What Christianity stands for either.
What does it stand for, Mfundisi Penuel?
It's okay. All I'm saying is I'm just saying that was disrespectful. I always fuck this up, bro. From the northwest.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
No, but my mother yes.
Nah, that's not good enough. I must do better.
Sure.
So I'm just saying, like, it's basically you're sitting with Amazulu, and you came to actually represent the Mlotshwa clan in a certain way, and you're carrying it with decorum. And guys like, hey, is
it a Tswana person who's saying that? Who I'm playing?
No,
she's a Christian lady.
No,
yes, and it's a Mfundisi.
No, you can't say Abafundisi You can't say abafundisi go around saying,
no, that one.
Yeah, that's why he went viral. It's because of what he said. And I'm just saying it's disrespectful to... So it could have been a Tswana guy or
to that type of Christian, I agree. No debate.
You can be defensive. It's fine. All I'm saying is it was inappropriate and disrespectful to her.
But that's how you feel.
No, that's what she was.
She played it on her story. She posted
No, she did say, yeah, but Lenta, you right.
Hey, bab, chief. Yabona umuntu disrespectful ne. Into emnandi ukuthi uyifake ku post yakhe story unprovoked. Wayifaka akakhuluma ipost azange ipost inhlamba but upostile come to God. Come to God. So ayikhatha ke lapho. So ninga projects anisho ukuthi inini but it's okay.
Emhlabe. Awufundisi for sale.
Yabona mina ngayisonto linjalo. Hayi umfundisi loyo uyayifuna into ayifunayo.
Let's hit one of these topics. Which one are you passionate about that we can chat about?
A lot of them, but I'll start with the first one, man.
Which is? Please remind me.
Men who have lost children.
Yeah.
Men don't have safe spaces to talk, and they don't even know how to process. I think when you've lost a child, either through a miscarriage or a child has passed away or drowned or been killed.
Abortion as well.
Maybe we can also add abortion, no one ever considers like the gent, and men are not the same. And it's easy for us to be like, he was strong for you to what, but some guys, that stuff actually really, really hurts them. You find out what you were expecting a boy and you're excited. And maybe years later, you now have 3 daughters. And somewhere inside you say, I was meant to have a son somewhere. There. And depending on your beliefs, maybe that kid comes in your dreams or Abagini say something. And I just wanted to raise it as a topic of, I recognize that men go through pain when they lose children. And the world generally doesn't care about them. And I just wanted to say, if you're going through something like that, speak to someone. It doesn't matter who it is. And someone who's going to listen. As I lost my kid, I'm not okay. Because we focus so much on comforting the old lady and other people that we forget what Nati we lost. It's not a nice thing, especially if you love children. And look, I guess losing children could be literal, like the child dies, or it could be losing kids to age, like 7 or 18 by via. And normally you see the moms crying, I miss. Now I'm like, I miss it. And it's not like I miss my boy. Oh, dad, check this thing out. You guys are old. You were dinosaurs. And you're like, something. Like, even when he's not in the space, you normally think of women and when you must be tough and provide. But sometimes, you're like, and you miss that.
You know, with co-parenting, like that feeling once you, because you're driving with them in the car to the old lady's house or whatever. And the car trip starts still quite hype nyana. And then somewhere in the middle of the trip, the tone in the car,
the energy shifts.
The energy shifts. You know, it's almost like the end of a vacation or like end of a really good holiday or good trip. And then the drop-off happens and you say that goodbye.
And you drive back alone.
Hey, dog. Hey, there's men that won't understand that drive, man. You want that drive, it dingas, mhlampe sengathi ungahamba with someone. Even though inhliziyo ibhlungu, man. And mhlampe uzofika endlini, ne? Mhlampe mina nginenhlanhla because ngine partner sihlala sonke, yabona. But I can just imagine uhlala uyi-one.
You're going back to silence.
To silence after having a whole weekend of just noise. Because mina so mhlambe ngizofika endlini mangithi ngiyafika mangithi ngiyavula umnyango hawu nangu uzithi ushiya igam card awu hey imesayibamba le gam card and then you're angry but you're excited because then you go like kushiya ngizoyibona kusasa ke le ntwana ngoba phela fanele ngiyoyinika igam card ngoba phela ngeke kwazi yabona so you're angry yabona yawena uyafona akufonela oledi yawena manje igam card yakho uzizofika kanjani lapho izondiza lapho ngaphakathi uthi yes ngizoyibona ke le ntwana ke even if it's that losing is such a painful thing And I want to jump into the quickly one about the abortion. And a lot of men don't say this. Guti, Hlambe, you're excited for the child. You know, Hlambe, you're excited. And you're like, how? You missed your period? Okay. Now sick. So when akamenzwe indlulizo hamba yi1 uyabona ukuthi wonder ukuthi mfana
yabona Superman ntona Daddy's boy
yabona and at 10 weeks ngixabane nalo sisi lona and she makes a decision and the law obviously allows them by themselves ukuthi she has a whole autonomy. You know, I like the shocking thing when you go for a baby scan is how early you start hearing the heartbeat. You know, sometimes you can hear it as early as 5 weeks, the heartbeat.
You see it there.
Yeah,
you look at the screen, and your eyes start watering by yourself.
In 5 weeks,
there's your baby.
5 weeks. So manje at 10 weeks.
I'm not, and she says it by the by.
Yeah, no, I went and I got rid of it.
I'm not ready.
I went to go get rid of it. Lapho wena so excited.
And you must just
usushila nasesibani expect. So yabona bahlebele laba aba need to know. Usubahlebele aba need to know, but you like ngixabane nosisi about something nonsensical ehambe yosichitha isisu. And then they have the audacity of saying, but it's not yet a fully formed child. Knowing full well, if I punched it in the stomach and that thing died, ngizoboshwa for email. But and those pains.
I don't know if you get arrested for murder. Sorry,
whatever. I don't think it's just an assault.
No, sure, but I'm just I don't know if you get punished for the loss of the child. But anyways, technically.
But let's say okay, something I'm going to do a bit of digging about.
Sure. No, we can look it up
before the 12th.
It's actually an interesting case that you're raising. I'll also go research. If a man physically violates a woman while she's pregnant and she loses the baby, does he get punished? Considering that's his way of aborting, does he get punished severely? Whereas if the woman decides to get rid of it,
in the same time from 12 weeks anyway.
That is so hectic.
But with that being said, it's such a deep topic because there's many ways in which we lose our kids. The death of a child, like there's many different forms, you know, and it's almost like when Mokala, like they blame you. So if I go to a space and I talk about the drop off and coming back and feeling, it's almost like you can, but you fucked up the relationship.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
Why didn't you marry that woman?
Yeah.
Why don't you live with her? Ngati, she's got zero agency.
Like as if we are no like you know nothing, but it's instantly my fault.
Always the man. So
well, you should have stepped up. Like you're thinking I'm mourning.
There's probably a reason why she aborted.
Yes, I'm mourning. You want to add more hurt and more pain.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hard one, man.
So one of my kids, so part of the burden we have is that our kids fucking love us a lot. It's one of the things the mothers cannot fight. One of my kids' moms, and you know, this thing makes me feel weird in the heart because I get half angry, but she was like, you know, because the kid unogong vagashela, and the mom has got a special bag that she packs the child's things in. And she was saying in the last couple of weeks, when he has to go to school, he specifically picks up that bag. And then she tries to take the school bag and he like tosses it to the side. And it's like, I think that the child wants to spend time with you. And I'm like, hey man, you can't let a child tell you what to do. The child just go to school. I'm like, are you sure? I'm clumping the child. Maybe are they happy at school? It's like, I think the child wants to be with you. And that on its own is not nice. Look, even if you were living with the kid, I remember listening to Jada Pinkett Smith speaking about the decision they made to homeschool Penuel. And she said she was taking Jaden, I don't know if it was to preschool. And while they were in the parking lot, Jaden was like, do you really hate me? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, why do you keep bringing me here? I want to be at home with you. And in that decision, they were like, look, maybe for us, it's not the most conducive. And maybe there's another way.
Let me tell you, and I had to sit in the parking lot every day. I could not leave And he would look at me with his little backpack and he would say,
These people don't care about me.
Why would you leave me with people who don't love me? And so then I said, Jaden, how about this? You're not being left here with people who don't love you because mommy's going to be sitting in the parking lot.
And that's not to say again that kids must have things their way. You hate me. That's why you don't want me to have ice cream. For sec, it's spinach. But it's that moment of, I actually really love being with you. Like, my dad is so smart. Why do you send me to those dumb guys that don't know? Like, Champ. I think the movie's called Champ.
The Champ.
It's called The Champ. If anyone's ever seen it, man, that movie used to get me crying as a kid. Where Itama is a boxer. And I think that Timer's going to fight. And the Timer's telling the lighty, go away. And the lighty's like, I don't want to go. I want to be with you, Champ. And he starts crying. And I think the Timer pushes him away or something.
And there's a
part where
yeah.
And it's like, Fitz, I just want to be with you. I just want to be, like, one of my sons has got this weird thing of when he sees me, he loves coming close to my chest and smelling me. And he's like, I love the way you smell. I'm like, what the fuck, you gay nigga?
You know what?
And he's like, I love the way you smell. Like, I miss Baba's smell.
Meaning that when I moved the maid, so I moved the maid. The first day was the toughest thing ever. Eh? Yes, I missed being home, man.
How old are you now?
37.
So not now, at that time.
At that time, I was 34.
34.
You moved out of home at 34?
Yeah, no, I moved out of home. If me and Tangan and the medium, Namaj would be still being home. I was still home in 50. I'm right.
Before it carries on, I wanted to say this line while you were speaking. There's a thing I read that said, one day your mom put you down and never picked you up ever again.
That line. Do you know
one day your mom put you down and that was it.
Do you know that's the line that makes me pick up my kids all the time. That line
and kiss them like a bitch.
And I kiss them all the time. And who's it like he doesn't want to get kissed anymore in grade 5, bro.
Yeah.
And I sneak them in and quick.
Final attack.
Get a shot. Sakwazi and ngimlindile isn't
Have you seen those videos where the fathers are seeing their boys after a long time away?
I hate those videos.
Hey, those videos are...
You got somebody coming in?
Oh God.
I hate those videos. Like those sibling videos. Those sibling videos. I say if I get it right, I'm never in those videos.
Those videos are
if Sam hasn't seen his light in 3 years, if Don Amfetis was surprised it's 8 time Amfetis with Vele. Hey, just breaks. And you're like,
if
okay.
I get it right, if I get it right, I'll never have those experiences with those people that I love. If I can get it right.
34 was when you moved out of home and you struggled.
Every time I watch those videos.
You struggled for the first year.
Heart beats, sound, colors and...
Oh,
we are shooting. Emil, I move. Jengis phone.
You find out the kid is not yours. How did you tell the story? 34.
I'm
struggled for you.
I struggled, bro.
What were you struggling with?
I had a pattern at home. I had a very specific pattern. I wouldn't be home for long because I was shooting. I was probably at home maybe like 2 in a week. But I knew on my Sunday there was a very specific pattern. Vogekseni, Mutuiding FM, my old lady, Wapi Yara, chill with her. Time I was shy carry, no for no for some I'm fully. I'm claiming for I'm for shy carry now compared to Blomen and Twana. And then we'll just be together.
Intwana is your brother?
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, we'll just be together. You know, the pattern of constantly going to the hood. So I used to go to the every single week. So once I move in the maid, I'm like, yes. So some of these patterns are gone. Yes, I miss you, man. Just you being around, you know.
Mothers just want you around.
We had a thing from 8 o'clock until 10. we were watching TV on a Sunday. I wanted 6 to 10. It was a pattern prom. And I'm like, yo.
Lady will cook whatever you want. She just wants to
like,
around.
But like, people don't understand that.
You're like, no, just 2 hours.
You know simple things. Only like and you know what the other things that I used to miss? Maneng we are late about 3. By killing from the inside. Meaning upstairs. You know simple things, man, that it's just serious memories. In fact, the whole wardrobe you clean old lady.
Yeah.
You told him my paper that we have phone advice.
Sure.
I know.
That
time I'm 32. Only damn it. And I would laugh inside. So I struggled the first year, just missing home. And there are a few guys that have spoken about this. They're like, yeah, I'm afraid it happens. Because I thought I'm the only one. Because I don't know.
Can I jump in? I just want to jump into just the one line.
Sure.
That thing, of course I explained to you. I like being alone, but I don't want to be alone.
Okay.
Like, one. But
it's like sitting here. Go to Msinduzwa. Hey. It mustn't be too quiet. But there's commotion there.
Like I want to be here's the way. I want to be left alone.
Okay.
I don't want to be alone. Yeah. Here's the thing is short. So with Oled, when you say with you guys were just there on a Sunday, it's not good man so gone Oled. I want to say no, it's just you there.
Yeah.
And everybody's busy with their own thing. It's not even like real deep anything.
Sure.
But every now and again you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just those little.
I hope I live long enough to see my grandkids. That's where I'm gonna be emo all the time. Because all I'm gonna do with my grandkids is just look at them. Just existing. My kids, Kulani, what? But my grandkids, I think I'm gonna be so gay that they're just gonna come and speak. Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, really, it was a what? It was a man.
But that's
and it's like,
but that's your grandparents.
Tell me close by.
You know what's my dad?
No, I want what? Okay. Get you here fast. Because I just want you here. What's going on, guys?
For Ntanzi's kids. Oh God, I'm gonna love those kids.
You know,
and I'm gonna love them so much that I just want them to annoy their Bali.
Because the Bali is a fucking
Because the Bali used to squeeze me. So I go, okay, let me love
Karma
these
is
ones.
coming.
So when you try to squeeze your lighty, something, I say, Ntwana, let's go.
Yeah.
Ngithengele kube 2 mase ngibuka wena ngithi do something.
Zobiza umkhulu.
Yeah,
my grandfather's on a bite, it's fine.
Yeah.
Dad said no, but it's okay, I understand. No. We don't understand. Fuck all
I have a dark thought in fact to think I just want them by the time but my choke up and ngos
that's not a dark thought, that's nature.
I want faith by the time I write no more I
want them to parent. I want them to parent and I want to just come in just to be a feeler. No, I don't want to raise. I don't want to raise their kids.
I'd love to raise a lot of my grandkids.
That's what I want.
I don't want to raise them.
No. As early as possible. When I kill on with your things.
I see the pain. Pain in intentional loving parents. I see the pain. They really want to be hands-on, but because you are good parents, they don't get to, and it frustrates. I think I stand to be corrected. I think I don't know if it's the firstborn, but some of the kids would be for the grandparents.
Yes, no. Yeah, no.
I don't want to be disciplining my grandkids. I don't want to be disciplining my grandkids.
It doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be the mom.
No, but I'm saying if I'm raising them, obviously I'm trying to raise them to be strong members of society. I feel like the hard lifting they need to do. I just want to come in
it keeps you young.
I want to come
chasing grandkids.
Like when you see ones. Yes, I want to hit them. Fuck. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. I want to do that. But you know, Wuti, if you're the primary caregiver, the structure is very different.
Now I'm take them to school.
I want to take off a parka. I want to take off a parka. I'm teaching a parka. I'm gauge. Missing two more. I'm going to parka. I'm going to peel the food. I want to do those lousy things.
As possible.
No, I don't want to parent.
It becomes a gift and a curse when you've got irresponsible kids who end up having kids young and then giving them to you.
No, I don't want
But it becomes a gift and a curse because the reality is, if you raise good kids, you unfortunately are not a hands-on grandparent. If you raise papanyana kids, babuzokhulisa.
No, but look, it's also how you structure your life, you know. Ingane zakho say, "Oh, we're going to Australia." Nami ngiyahamba. Hamba sonke say Australia. Funa ngibabona. Mina ngeke ngibalekele. Mina I'm not raising. I'm not raising. So I'm trying to strategically. I'm trying to strategically raise my kids so that they never leave the jaw. Like as in like within an hour from me. If I can have that.
I'll tell my kids. I tell them now. I don't want you there. I want you here.
Yeah.
You can travel the whole world. I want you to know wherever you are. Not like
go vacate.
I think Dad wishes we would. No. There's no I think.
No.
Dad says all the time, I hate the fucking fact that you're not here with me. I hate it. I want you to know wherever you are when you're sitting. Yes, I know you hated that I'm here. Thank you.
Do you know what my dream is? Mina ngihlala la, ne? And like the furthest of my kids or my family, but like garage lapha enje.
Yeah,
that's the furthest. That's the furthest. Ideally, kube kama ngam.
But baba,
that thing is so nice.
Yabona la umakhelwane oyi-1, omunye umakhelwane kanje. Sinama gates. Yeah. Ngisho singabhodloza nje.
Your father used to tell me that all the time.
Yeah,
he used to fantasize about a compound all the time. He used to draw it for me on a piece of paper. In my head, I was like, who the fuck wants to live with you, nigga?
Yeah.
No, but as you get older, you see this thing.
But as far as the garage. Kodwa ngeke ngibabone sebefikile noma basekho yabona leba ini angithi ngibabona awuboni le garage mawula. But ngiyazi ukuthi mangidinga something it's within
part of the
things
I don't like about this capitalistic world is just the movement of families.
It's too far, bro.
Hey, just limaza, you know, we're not close to our families anymore, man. So when I'm funeral, Christmas,
something as papa as good to funa ukuye gym khona ingane encane la. And uyazi ukuthi lezi zi-free azenzi next.
Sure.
But manje you have to drive nengane encane 30 minutes. Ba free, uyazi ba free. Bakutshela ukuthi ingane sibona nini. Na after drive 30 minutes ngishiya ingane. Mese ngiyabuya ngize ngapha ngizojima. Mese you like azikube labantu bahlala la e-engine. Ngizovela ngithi content fukuyibuza. Bale.
You know, Fetu, with what you're speaking about men not having safe spaces, because what we're speaking about is that Amachita wouldn't speak to anyone else about the fact I've lost this kid. And it's sad because yesterday, I got a call from this guy. He's 51, 52. And he's friends with whoever. If I mention it, they would know who it is. Napekas. And I look up to this guy, you know. And he was crying. He says to me, you know, everything's going bad in his life. In my mind, I'm like, why are you calling me, man? Like why? Why? So, you know? And I'm like, yes, for this man that is 51, 52 to call a 38-year-old, like what's happening in the world? The world says you shouldn't be calling me, Krench. I must be calling you.
100%.
You know? So as he's telling me his story of faith, and I'm like, man, why am I pelela much that's like a pramina bayong lach? And I want lava bazom lach, nyabaz bonk. Because I'm a khurman now, you know? And I'm like, yes. This guy's got kids unemedi. He chose to call it 38-year-old, 37-year-old. I'm like, this does not make sense. And I was trying to unpack why call me? Just to understand, like,
you feel safe, and you feel wise, and you feel like an ear. That's where they speak about gifts.
Okay.
Gift, which people just wanna. When I'm chilling in a Gautrain, strangers just wanna tell me, you know, hey, my gran is sick. Why me? We do not gift. Comfortable.
Another thing that I've realized is also when you hear these numbers of age, it's so crazy the journey now. Would you like when I hear a certain age, person is 52. I go, yo. And then when I break it down, I'm like, oh snap, when it's like me at 38 speaking to a 24-year-old. And now all of a sudden the gap doesn't sound The gap doesn't sound that.
I remember being at
that scary.
PCB in grade 3 looking at matriculants about Sheffield. Like they were old.
But if you just word it differently, 38 years old to chat into a 24. Okay, that's cool. I can do that.
Yeah,
but there'll come a time with that same 14 gap where it's 38, 52. And once you get 50, like, yo.
Yeah.
God, you don't realize now, bro.
Hey, but Majid, if you can, please rack up wisdom badges. If you can.
What's
it
that?
doesn't have to be your own life.
What's
it can
the
be other
wisdom
people's
badge?
lives.
I don't know what that is.
So there's an assumption.
Is it wisdom badger or something like that?
Badger.
What did you say? Is it wisdom what?
Badger.
There are people that are just old in years, but there's no maturity, there's no life experience.
Most.
So I'm just saying where you can.
Most abantu basichumela njenge-age. Next.
You know, nokutshela abantu ukuthi even though I may not see some of my kids all the time, I'm racking up and I have all my parenting badges because I'm constantly parenting my own kids, other people's kids, what. So that it when we speak and you're like, yeah, my daughter just, let's say, got her period. I'm like, oh no, you know, I'm clumping my younger sister. I know that. I went to go and buy Konama these pads and these. I'm constantly racking up. So I'm just saying, try and rack up wisdom badges so that when you are 50, you actually have substance.
Sure.
What hurts me, and I take it so personally, like Ulungel will say all of these things that he's spoken about fatherhood and the challenges and this, and in the comments there'll still be people that are talking shit about him as a bali. Like it's like, I know I shouldn't take it personally, but I take it so personally because I'm like,
you must try not to.
But like something slipped through the cracks.
I said something to your mom today, which landed
a bit off.
I'm glad it landed the way it did to her. She was like, you're right.
Yeah.
So I've had very painful experiences.
Sure.
I've had very painful experiences with some of my kids.
Yeah.
And she mentioned something about Konabant about, hey, you know, you're so mature and you're so... And I was like, no, it's because there's certain things that are broken in me now. There's parts of me that are broken.
Yeah.
So where you might think let's say someone makes a comment that's inappropriate and they're like, wait, you're not getting angry or crying. You must be so mature. And I'm like, no.
No.
It could be, but I think that thing is yapuga.
Yeah.
So there was a time when, and the example I gave Oledi today was, there was a time when, let's say, one of the moms knew Irremotiam was my child. And she knew if she presses this button, However, and she pressed it so much and so hard that it eventually broke. So now she can press that button. She could call me today, the kid is in hospital. I'll be like, yo, okay, I hope he'll be fine. And someone will be like, you're heartless. I'm like,
yeah, you this.
No, something broke in me. And we as gents hurt women a lot. Cheating, physical violence, disappointment. And women cry out and they hurt. This is how we destroy each other as men and women. I'm going to speak just for men because I've now added this disclaimer that we hurt women. Women really hurt us a lot. And because we're not expected to cry and speak out and, you know, over time, depending on how much, you know, you raised a child for 5 years, you found out it wasn't yours. There was a chick who slept with your best friend. You found out your mom was sleeping with the pastor. Your business partner stabbed you in the back. Over time, something in you breaks. You can obviously be a nice person or whatever, but I think once you break, because I've got a theory now that there are certain, you know, they say time heals. There are certain things that are beyond repair and will never be fixed.
Yeah, if I chop off my pinky, it's not going to grow back.
That's physical. Psychologically?
Yeah, but it's the same. I've got a psychological pinky.
Yeah.
There are certain things that'll they're like, no, over time. I'm like, oh, this one.
I know time.
It's like when I tell people now, when I tell women about relationships, I say things like, I'm broken. No, you're just saying that now you must go to therapy. I'm like, no. I'm okay and I'm constantly working on self. But there's where I was and where I am. There are parts where this broken glass,
you can't.
I'll never. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much work I put in, how much peace I have. And
there's certain things you can't unsee or
you can't unsee.
Yeah, like I mean, I was saying this span. Someone had said something, and then I just laughed and I walked away. And I'm like, hey, Penson, they didn't say something like you mature, but like you've got in to like calm, whatever the case
Emotional
is.
intelligence.
I was like, bro, if you've been used to being punched in the face, a slap doesn't feel like anything. Yabon. So like that's what people don't understand. With like certain things that we've gone through, what you've broken, like I've been punched in the face my whole life. So when it's feeling in Bama,
Carelessness on the mind.
oh chief.
David Goggins.
I was feeling in Bama like really young poor. Like for real. But but again, some of it does slip through, and you just like have to constantly manage yourself. Okay.
Breathe.
They don't understand dynamics. They don't understand this variable.
Could be
They
a
don't
bot.
understand. They could be
Could be someone
this.
who
Could
doesn't
be
know.
that. You know.
Or it could be someone who's just projecting.
And you start realizing, especially once you start playing in this arena, because it's one thing where I was watching you fighting, in the Coliseum, and now when you're like, okay, can I just come and dip your toes here? Uchafika, and you say something that is just like you used to realize, actually there's just people that are just, then after a while you're like, oh, they're just, trying to get a reaction, third screen from the person on the other screen, the other side. They're just trying to get, so bafuna ukuthi mina ngithi hey wesibonelo, and then usibonelo uhlele endlini goes ngimcholilo. Or just a reaction. Even if I've realized that people actually want kind words, but kind words tend to slip amongst the.
We're all
so
broken, man.
So when they say something, they get that reaction. And they go, They react. Then you realize it's, oh man, okay, you just want me to talk to you. Snap. Oh, that's why you're saying these things. You just want me to acknowledge you. Oh, okay, you human like I'm human. But being in the arena, boy,
it's a dangerous space to be, because depending on the quality of your mind and your life, it does break people.
I can just imagine having this at age 22. Like, I know, this is one thing I know now. Ukuthi uNkulunkulu imali ungiphe kancane over, because adefuna ukuthi
akutest ntona
adefuna ngikhule one, and adefuna inkinga zami are always a little bit above. Okay, not a little bit, a lot above in you. So when I was I make $1 million a month, boy, understand thinking as I'm 1.5 million. I make 10 million rand a month, boy, I was thinking as I'm 12 million. They'll always just so that I can stay humble.
You must fix thinking.
Yeah?
You must fix
thinking. When I'm fixing king,
that's a psychological
thing. It's
not you. That's a generational curse.
That's fine.
Oh, it's a generation.
That's fine.
Let that do issue. My mom and I have it. We speak poverty.
No, I don't speak poverty.
And it's in no, I'm saying my mom and me. Are you my mom? Mommy with the painted nails and the scarf? Sorry, mom. My mom and I speak poverty. And I had to learn that. And then I had to see which parts of the poverty I like and which I need to work on. But there's a comfort in the saying, I mean, no, it's poverty speak, which we inherited. And the idea, we even demonize. Why? And you're like, okay. We're demonizing. Instead of being like, oh, that's him, makes him happy.
Yeah.
Is it for me? Tina, we actually look down on it.
So what I need to change is my wording. With uNkulunkulu, how many you 10 million? That's about right.
But unciphisa inkinga.
Yeah, I want to 10 million manje. Inkinga zami azilingani with 10 million.
Nemali oyitholayo manje, nciphisa inkinga.
So for double the money.
Nciphisa inkinga.
Yini njenganje inkinga?
Scarf.
Ngaye ngithenga ikafu.
Uyokupenda inzipho.
Ngeke ngihlale ngayipenda inzipho.
Okay, yikho inkinga zohlezi phezulu.
Ine take yami isuka le buluwayo izopenda la. Yeah. Is it joke? Uyabona uphakela abantu bayimthakathi. Sithuke sonke mfethu. Sithuke sonke obani omthakathi lapho.
20 June bathena.
Bexosha fethu andabasikinelayo labo fethu ajasazokinela ngoba fethu opalesa bafuna ukuthi sibanike uUIF nani. Sikhokho 9,000 esinganawo.
Amen. That's a tough one. Awukhuluma uthi totolo siyenzani lapho?
Nithandile itotolozi nani?
Sombathi akabhonyeli. Yeah, man, that thing is not nice, eh?
Ungabhonyela
ntwana.
Ungabhonyela wena.
No. No, I can just imagine.
Has it happened to you?
Mina nginamasimba boy.
Namasimba.
Namang story.
No, it has happened.
This is why you're not a safe space. This is why you're not the safe space. Because you are a liar.
It has happened. Feta uyanyiwa. Awazi ukuthi ushukela Orinyame baya. Igout. Awuchavi into. Yabebovu. You know, whatever uthi hasabhonyeli. The amount of excuses in that moment is baya.
Positive.
No, angithi shira yabona ukuphelela ibhonyeli.
But the story simnandi boy.
Amachita in that
moment.
moment.
Ngiyagula yabona isibhedlela manje bengifonela.
Lies.
Hard.
You have to.
How frustrating is it for you as umchita when there's a disconnect? Between you want to shambok.
Yeah.
But Tibad is like, not now. And you're like, no, but I want. So just communicate. And some way I teach you Wi-Fi eating. Because
the only time that you can ring and have like a chat, somebody no ma'am, would say no shower.
Your partner.
Because
someone who you've experienced before.
Yeah, someone you experienced, because then you can actually truthfully sit down and actually
like you've seen me perform.
Come on.
But you know I'm a heavyweight fighter. Come on, man. Just a bad day.
It's one bad round.
Hey man, I'm trying to sis for the first time. And she's like, are you okay? And you're like,
I'm in that.
Stroke. 1, 2.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
3 stroke.
No. Ushay story owesibanda. Condom wrong. We keep it condom.
That's why I'm going to cherry same time same time. You need massage. Otoro 1 stroke, 2 stroke, killing it. Para. Para.
Yabona masiwa lapho siwile. Yabona mazosho 3 stroke.
Ayisakhuphuki.
Fayinike 2 hours.
Mina faka ama-eyes.
Fayinike eyes.
Mina faka ama-eyes. Mina faka ama-eyes. Mina ushaka ama-eyes.
Faka ama-eyes.
Yabona shout 3 stroke. Ngeke fayinike 2 hours.
That's the problem with foreplay, man.
And now imagine you're 22 years old.
Oh, I've actually looked up these things. I've looked up the average round of sex.
Yeah.
That it's between 3 and 7 minutes.
It's
porn. So 3 to 7 minutes is the average. I've also looked at the average of how long an erection stays up for.
Yeah.
And if we actually teach men these things, so that bazoshang timing, it's say once you're clean, I've got a window. Because most of the shy foreplay, at some point people like, but I've been up for a minute. So once all far is like, Antona, you Petricilia.
Yeah. Yabona tani made at the same time. I ngathi bhala kahle.
Because yazi ezinye izinto angisho ukuthi yimi, but ngiyazizwa lokhuluma nge-foreplay, not le
foreplay dangerous.
Hayi le makopikopi le uthi ngisa ring up ethi kodwa ukhuluma soft now siqinile hlela. Kancane uyasondela mhlawumbe mfethu ekuthinte kancane akakakhonyula. Leyo nto can be hour. Libe liyavuka. But we're excited. But uthi
by the time ungena siklaro.
Pay. And once lawa boy, yabona that. Yabona la phela.
Phela kunengichare even if you foreplay uyishayene uyangena. 1 round is enough. Istroke esiwani sithi
validity vice repeat.
Kodwa echedena.
Siyakusenga lento.
Kodwa echele. Yo, I permit
it.
What are you guys talking about?
There's no that's somebody for play mele limit ungashayi kakhulu ntana
umuntu bangamazi futhi
kodwa sengathi ngaqala because maneni yours another flop lechele kudala uyifuna boma 6 months kunini lechele maybe in your mind so ihlabeka yi20 kaya 100 in your mind so idabulile ntwana by the time afika to wow was same it finish at that time ntwana ufakeka yi1 to 4
This topic wasn't even about erections.
And you're so embarrassed manje sofuna nokuvaya because asavuka ukunika 30 minutes nonke nahlala sabuka iscrubs episode yonke ayisavuki leyo ifile the whole time shaya story lalela mfethu eyazi manje ngikubona ikusasa
That's how you which person will call
yo
awuthi ungathi ngamsendela message
unamahloni yo you are so embarrassed Yo, you are so embarrassed. And yazi amajita akade wakuchomela iviki lokho eyaqhakela mfethu eqhakela. Bakubuza amajita hayi ngenza ngani. Hayi mfethu yo. Hayi. First khulume ngaletho because a lot of it futhi because when it hits you, ikushaya una 22. Ikushaya una 22 and unescam and there's no place. Because manje akushaya asithi una 37. Yeah, fucking bitches.
And that's why is out akumela ngicommunicate ukuthi untswembu. Because ama expectation ayakhuphuka.
Ne.
Yeah. Akuthi untswembu.
For mina ngithethe ezilincane ngizovele ngithi
yeah
one lower my expectation is beyond no flow.
Yeah, you have to boy at least 9,000 ukuthi not least an average guy
there's no single normal or set duration for an erection, but during sexual activity the average erection lasts for about 5 to 10 minutes before ejaculation occurs.
Is that during sex?
It says so, yeah. During intercourse.
So can it be during? So it doesn't account for foreplay.
Non-sexual erections, nocturnal erections, those that happen during sleep, can last anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes.
Ulele.
Yeah, ulele.
Younger men. Younger men often have longer lasting erections and shorter refractory periods.
Yes.
But I'm a bit
refractory, like bounce back.
Okay.
If an erection lasts longer than 4 hours, whether it is painful or not,
you have a problem.
It is considered a serious medical condition called priapism. If this occurs, you should seek emergency medical care to prevent permanent damage to the tissue.
I'm sick next, man.
But I'm
sick next. Before I go to the doctor,
so you can't have sex for that long. You know, every time I listen to niggas speak about having sex for a long time, in my head I'm like, you're pumping for 45 minutes.
You're such a liar.
That happens.
45 minutes. Never.
Let me read it.
So you say, wait. So you say, man, I want to hear this. So this is juicy, tight squirt.
And you have to be juicy and tight. Just normal.
Unless you're putting your totolozi in this ocean like this. 45 minutes. Check see the average time is 5 to 10 minutes. What should you when low 10?
I need to tell me ngihamba next door laba bagugule kanjani bayiku state essay but anisitshele namadodo
you telling me ukuthi there's guys that totolozi for 45 minutes liqinile kustore esisha angikhulumi ngomagogo noma no isitoko esisha
porn is putting gents under unnecessary pressure, and I think you end up damaging your tissue over time, which means sooner you're gonna start having erectile dysfunction.
I speak
and
about
then
this,
you wanna want
I speak about this one documentary I watched on DC++ and Varsity, and I've never been able to find it. It's called The Dark Side of Porn. I think it's a 4-part series. Guys, if anyone knows where I can find that link.
It's on YouTube, man.
Is it on YouTube?
No, man. I think I've watched.
Okay, while he's searching for you,
bro.
The refractory.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
just saying the dark side of porn. Like it shows you for me watching it in Varsity at that
you
age,
realize that this is wrestling. This is WWE.
This is WWE.
It's all
where
fake.
It talks about the angles and this and the drugs
and the wrestling.
So the one will speak about the drugs. The one episode is a 4 parts. The other one is speaking about angles and this and that and and the one will say, look, we take the best camera guys that do the editing. You see that position missionary for 15 minutes. You do know that they stopped 10 times to powder this, to change the angle, to do this. I was like, that 10 minutes shot looks like one flow.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, but we've got the best camera guys that know
porn
exactly
is so dangerous. About if there's one thing we must talk about all the time,
porn.
Niggas must. I always say this: try and watch porn that looks like a loving couple.
Yeah.
Try and watch porn where the guy's dick doesn't look abnormal. where the chick is not screaming like she's being murdered, and where there's a bit of love, like mhlamba kisana or something. More than anything, just for the psychological thing. Because if all the porn you're watching is fetishes and banging and screaming, when you get to a lady and you guys are not doing that, psychologically you won't be stimulated.
Yeah, you won't.
Because the best foreplay as well, and this is for women now.
Yeah.
The best foreplay is meant to be words. I want to be with you. It's meant to be her seeing your naked body and you seeing her naked body. And it's meant to be each other's pheromones, your scent. That's meant. If you need like 30 minutes of, I'm not wet yet and I'm not hard, let's do.
Is it almost like, when you've been eating, excuse me, a lot of sweet stuff and processed stuff, it's almost like my taste buds are up there. And it's almost like if you detox,
that would help.
Tasteless.
If you can have like 2 minutes sex, boring, missionary, just to recalibrate.
Because when I did E75 hard, and I was just drinking water, when my food was very much just very plain, and what did I eat? I think it was a Kit Kat or something.
Burst.
No, I couldn't. I literally spat it out. It was so extreme.
Too sweet.
It was so extreme.
Yeah, it was a burst.
Too far. Yeah.
It was so extreme. I was like,
Fasting does the same.
I was like,
when you fast, food is so delicious.
I did that 75 hour no
Which
eating.
I don't believe, but anyways.
Oh, okay. 75 hours no eating.
Yes.
75 hours. No
How long
eating.
is that?
I don't know. How many days is that?
1 day is 24.
3 days.
Just over, boy.
Yes. So, I mean, I've done. Hi, when you're hectic.
Yes.
I've done a day and a half.
Chief, lalela.
Yes.
Ngaqala ngadla iqanda. Hey, boy. Hey. Ayikho into imnandi njengaleya qanda, boy. It was melt in my mouth.
That's disgusting.
Iqanda, boy.
After the
so I can just imagine jizzing in my mouth. So you can just imagine guys that can fast for like 10 days. Meaning 3 days.
I must try the 3. Eh?
I mean, I say this to girls who have come out of a very toxic space. Oh, guys, this is now.
A shout out to the girls who detox after breaking up with a nigga.
So here's the thing: you go out in a toxic relationship, you stop dating, whatever.
Not a toxic relationship, but
so let's say whatever you deem is toxic or horrible, whatever the case may be, and then you stop for like 2 days, whatever. The danger there is that you can actually get with a loser. Because ngempela you what you craving, some yakushaya but every day yakushaya, WWE yakushaya, bitch, fucking cook, yeah, fucking ikhanda lakho estofini yabona faka leyo nto le wasn't aggressive. You find just a standard grade loser in every way, but akakushaya.
Yeah.
Akamshayi. Akapesa upress ubuso bakho la. Akapress uyambuza, would you like coffee? Yo, he's perfect. He's everything. But he's actually just a loser. Like he's actually
but at least he needs certain needs.
No, he is. No, he's under bare minimum. The thing is that he's just. Look, your ex was a -10, let's say. On a scale, we normally know 0 to 10. How good is a person as a boyfriend from 0 to 10? Ne? The guy who's a 10 is a unicorn. Lumjitele was a king's lowest strength. Ne? Tina, mhlambe singo 6 because it's a her ex was a -10.
Sure.
Because I'm shanjal. If she meets a 1, that's 11 points away from
nothing
her.
wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong.
No, I'll tell you what's wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong.
Let me tell you what's wrong with that. Ne? Because again, the average is 5. So she'll date this guy. The average is 5.
Okay.
She'll date this guy, ne? And then she will hurt him.
Why will she hurt him?
Because she'll see 5s.
Oh, but that's normal in life.
No.
So, for example, in your example, the girl who's dating a 5 already will see 8s.
Yeah, but the 8s are getting few and far between.
No, that's okay. But the bottom line is they'll always be better.
But
there's nothing wrong with being with the loser.
Yes, I'm saying, again, if you're a girl who's a 7, who's dating a
if a nigga's a 1, a chick might leave for a 5. If a nigga's a 5, the chick might leave for...
I'm saying she will leave for the average guy. You spoke about mitigating risk.
Anyways, I want to read this.
Yeah.
The refractory period, which is the bounce back, is the recovery phase immediately following an orgasm and ejaculation, during which it is physiologically impossible or difficult to achieve another erection. There is no single normal duration. It varies widely based on age, health, and libido. This is very important. These are averages.
But double clutch almost.
Recovery times.
What you think it's impossible? Say double clutch, Mostin. How? Kodwa ngizokuthiwa it's impossible to.
Yeah, le impossible ayikho.
Sina se double clutch lathi. Hey, ngazodlala athi usiphume.
Recovery times tend to lengthen naturally as the body ages. So this one is normally for women because women need to hear this because they don't understand. Bona, they just lay there like a fucking Nando's chicken. And they like pummel me to hell. When you're under 30, the bounce back period, so we're speaking first round to second round, after ACL, can range from a few minutes to roughly 15 to 30 minutes.
Under
the age of 30.
I shouldn't right, yo.
Powerful.
We calculate. Three. I bounce back after 3-4 songs.
I don't know.
The average song is 3 minutes.
Yes.
On 369.
Nigga Mats. That's nigga Mats. We have some getting episode.
Can I tell you what's challenging with gents?
Wait, let me finish reading.
Sorry.
Under 30, between 15 to 30 minutes. Between 30 and 50. This is us. Typically ranges from 30 minutes to a few hours. What are you saying no to now? 30 minutes to a few hours. No, of course. These are averages. So if you're in good health, you are chima or 30 minutes to... So like, these are the conversations couples are meant to have. We say, listen, it might take a while to bounce back. Let's be honest. So let's see how we can minimize the foreplay, maybe use lube. Let's see if we can get as much satisfaction as possible. And then how can you pleasure me as a woman so that I'm also satisfied? Because I know it's going to take 30 to an hour for you to vuge again.
And you take out the lube makes you go to skidding speed. Lube is correct.
How?
But it could be natural. The chick could just be very wet.
Yeah, but I'm just saying part of I don't know if it's in there, but part of the issue, if umchito skita fast, cancel a lube and jabe wet and you last longer than mofagi lube.
Lubrication is just wetness.
No, but I'm saying it makes you go to skita fast, Antoine.
Also faga ne lube on top of that.
Yes.
That's what he's saying.
Unless you find natural or fagi lube.
Yeah, natural plus le lube etengwa.
Ilube ufane kwenza uskite fast.
Ilube angiyazi ompetha.
Oh, we try lube boy. How is Spanish?
Nah.
Spanish boy.
Fuck all. We pray. We kiss each other on the cheeks and then we watch TV and nap.
Amen.
Then we cuddle. 50 and above. Jesus Christ.
Like the hour.
Can range from
2 hours.
Can range.
It's a day.
Can range from several hours up to 12 or 24 hours. Yeah, so once what time umkhulu ugogo mela linde till next day. We're fucked.
Can I tell you what the problem is about being intentional?
This is why I believe in this thing of at some point you must retire from sex.
Can I tell you what the problem is?
At some point you must retire from sex.
With being intentional. Because there's something where Eddie Murphy does in one of his stand-ups or whatever, where he talks about, is there any 19-year-olds or 18-year-olds? You guys don't know anything about fucking. I mean, I try and look at myself versus myself. Yeah. There's quite an experience with izinto. So, for example, in my younger years, let's say, especially with mama, because you know what this is.
Kwakhona ne papa. Why would mama kwakhona namachita?
Bayazi abantu mama kuthini wena ukuthi you so old. You so old.
So why would you have to specify kwakuwosisi as if kwakhona namachita?
No, mama is your main partner.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Your main, which means there's others.
No.
There's many of maids. Mama. Azangathi. Mama. It's not plural.
He said it as a plural.
No, mthe imama. Mthe fethu ngizwila ngithi.
Imama.
So, mhlambe una 25. Uphethe imama. You know ukuthi mangishaye vele round salala. Because umuntu wakho. Ne? So lento yokuthi uyakwazi bounce back uzombona ekseni. because there's so many things in
Hey,
life.
now
you're
you're
trying to-
from depressed ngapha.
I want us needing 125, right? So a lot of these things, you haven't really understood your body like that from a sexual point. And then you go through life and life, yabona mhlambe umuntu kade isigebengu where you meet idudla nezilenda nabade namafishane. Then you start realizing ukuthi, hey, my body, I need to contour my body like this. And then by the time you get to 35, you're actually like, I'm better at this thing at 35 than I was at 25, where mawubheka lama stats, i-stats kade sivumelana nami. I look at it like, let's say rugby. Good, you look at Intwanena at 24. But Intwanena at 24 is shower fucked up umchita fethu at 36. Get game ngayo yonke into, and you're like, oh, this guy's intention. He now has not just, yes, his body is not what it was, but his mind is sharper. Yeah, so yena njobe esho lona ukuthi yena usuya understand indaba yokuthi people last how longly strong. Uyazi. But yena at 25 didn't understand that. So mhlambe yabona yena i-foreplay mawuna 25 ushaya i-foreplay hour long. Moja alifaka usheshe ubust. But manje ngoba usuna 38 usuya understand ukuthi no, lento fanga ngishaya kanje. Fanga ngiqale ngishaya iskomer kancane an hour before. Ngifike lapha ngi-relaxed. I now know ukuthi mina mangiphuza i-brand ngisilwane esinjani. Mangiphuza i-wine. Those things take a while. Mangiphuza i-gin.
Study those things, yeah, no,
yabona
sure.
mangiphuza i-gin ngiba umuntu onje. Ekamereni mina ngaphuza lokho iphelile ayiliya ngibuka nje. So you start knowing the types of food, this.
Yeah, it's a lot of things.
Women tell you, no, your cum tastes different if you have pineapple.
Yeah.
This is into uyifunda ngokukhula. So uyazi ukuthi yazi inipalesa ngiyombona Saturday. Yeba umthenge umdlela pineapple iviki lonke boy. Udla bomamasi pineapple, Greek yogurt, peanuts, pineapple. Yonke into yakhe ine pineapple nje phakathi. Umshange timing isn't that you didn't know when at 25. When the stats were on your side.
The big takeaway for me here is that for any woman who's dating a gent who's over 30, expecting more than 2 rounds in an evening is unfair.
It's too much. And
for Amachita to not force and to maybe have these chats. And the easiest way maybe to have these chats is to Google some of the stuff, send it to her, so that she can see that you're an above average performer. And appreciate it.
But here's the thing.
And in the back of her head, she'll always remember the average dick size is,
and what ends up
16, 17 centimeters. Refractory period is about 30 minutes. Erection lasts about 10 minutes. Any round is about 3 minutes. She has that so that she can appreciate, because women are also unrealistic, because they also watch porn.
So yes, So one of the things is, with umuntu wakho knowing ukuthi uthintwa kanjani umuntu wakho. Meaning ukuthi ungathola ukuthi yes, she needs 2 rounds to get where she needs to get.
Yeah.
So because usu study shila abantu besifazane and how they move and what do I need to do ukuthi qala I take her 2 rounds, let's say in 40 minutes with a 10 minutes gap, 10 minutes, I can actually get her to pop.
The second round also doesn't need to be penetration.
Yeah, so I'm saying ukuthi again going back to Expelion, which when you understand ukuthi lo mangumfaka isithuphe enqeni ba.
Fuck, let me read this.
Manending as well as Expelion is umchamiso ongafakanga
isithuphe enqeni.
So that you're not under pressure.
Yeah, so that are under pressure.
Because men are under pressure to satisfy a woman.
I'm saying with a lot of the guys, let me talk for myself. In your younger 20s, you don't know how to do that. When you just think, yes, you just think
because akuponi akundlwa
manene ngothatha amapilisi phela mfethu ekasa amapilisi la babhayisa mfethu nama-robotin manje is even more hectic babhayisa lento le. That's in this grayish, not is it cream white container.
Dr. Long.
Now ma already bayibhayisa la le because amachita under pressure.
Rhino.
Where's mfethu umele umtshele 99 like the stairs that you just said now. Mina the trick is mfethu zara kumchamiso ngafaki itotolosi.
It kills your pressure. And again, this is a chat with your woman, figuring her out so that you pleasure her, so that you are relaxed. And now she'll want to please you as well.
Excessive alcohol fucks up your dick. Smoking fucks up your dick.
All smokes, including weed.
Weed.
Vaping. What's wrong, sir?
Weed.
I can do that for you.
So wait, just pause. Vaping, because there's for some reason people think vaping removes them from health risks.
Have we?
Cool.
All smokes. I will. I just need to read
We're
this
not
thing
talking
first.
about that guy who smokes a joint that one time.
You know why I
that-
every day?
Yeah, but we're talking about anything in excess. So I'm not talking about you having a glass of wine, because sometimes people think it's talking about a heavy drinker. Yeah, because when I said the brand, but no. Once you start understanding your body,
Everything in moderation.
everything in moderation. So you
I was
know.
informed that before we get into weed because the producer got touched. On average, married, married.
As I with this card, this card.
Akunasikhathi too happy manje angishaya itopic yakhe manje. Oh simnandi ngesikhathi itopic yakhe angithi itopic imnandi manje.
On average.
Yeah.
On average, couples have sex about once a week.
Yeah.
Or roughly 54 times per year. However, there is no normal requirement. Sexual frequency naturally spans a wide spectrum, with relationship satisfaction and personal connection being much more important indicators of a healthy relationship than hitting statistical averages. Whatever. Statistical breakdown. Surveys and sociological data shows that frequency varies across different age groups and relationship stages. So, same way we did with the bouncing back. Between the ages of 18 to 29 years, the average is about 2 to 3 times a week. So that's 18 to, let's say, about 30. From 30 to 44, it averages around 1 to 2 times per week. So from 2 to 3 times to 1 to 2. From 45 years plus, it tends to average around once per week, scaling down gradually as people age.
And again, that's obviously assuming you and your partner in the same age bracket. Because if you're 45 and you're dating a 24-year-old, obviously the numbers will get skewed, I would assume.
Depending on the pressure they put on you. Because you might be dominant. Depending.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because again, I don't want to talk about it as years, because for me, I saw the numbers went up after 30. Because it just always,
Numbers.
the number of times Muntu was intimate went up. Because it always just feels like in your 20s, for me at least, there's always just a lot happening. Trying to cement your career, trying to start a family, the pressures of the world. By the time you get home, it's late, you're tired, you're drained, you that. You haven't got into, there's a stride, né? that I think I'd gotten to by the time I got to like 32. I was like, okay, I now know how to balance my stresses. I'm saying I was about Doja, not to SARS, but I'm a loan shark. There's certain stresses that you now know how to move, So give me, even Ugwina with the mama. I now knew what Lona mangifuna lento le.
Sex is also overrated, man.
Eh?
Yeah.
Sex is overrated. We're an over-sexualized society. Those once a week things, twice a week is sufficient at a good age. But after that,
man, we've got many kids. They are being born. I'm a Tom Kopu. The world is in Tapai. The world
moderate.
is
Yo, guys, moderate. You always sexing at
moderate.
Mini sex.
Moderate.
I 10 every sex.
Moderate.
Sex, boy.
Moderate cannabis use does not typically cause erectile dysfunction, ED, but heavy or frequent use is linked to higher odds of experiencing it.
Yes.
How cannabis impacts erections, blood flow. Chronic smoking of any substance introduces combustion, byproducts that damage blood vessels and impede blood flow, which is necessary for a healthy erection. Hormones. Some studies indicate that high or prolonged THC consumption could temporarily suppress testosterone levels. Psychological effects. Cannabis affects different men in varying ways. For some, it eases performance anxiety, while for others, heavy use can induce lethargy or paranoia, negatively impacting arousal and erectile function.
But you know one thing we need to speak about into serious. I mean, Islam, this is a big thing.
Are you happy, producer? Sorry. Yes, sir.
No, I wasn't upset about it.
Not a problem. Thank you.
The other chat with this thing, which is a difficult one. Abantu abaspanisa ama-condom, But this is a
and they're not abstaining.
I want abstaining, man. That one is tough to fight now. Hey,
I caught you abstaining.
Abstaining is the government.
I spoon. I want spoon fit. There's this TikTok, or is it a reel, where this guy is talking about Uguti, you can have sex with the guy on the first night, but you're not willing to cook for him on the first night. Sis boy will let you bust a full nut raw before she posts you on a story. Like you start saying, wait. So society has gotten to a point where you will let a guy come inside of you before you post him on your WhatsApp story. That is more valuable, posting a person on a WhatsApp story.
Because now the whole world is gonna know. Where's
so give me. I'm saying, would I want a guy to nine me in my bum versus posting a guy on my WhatsApp story? What's the worst? I need to talk about the world.
Someone to nine you in your bum.
You talk about, no, I would post you 1,000 days, 1,000 times. I'll post you a billion times.
If I'm cheater nice you in the bum.
He said the two options was stuck.
I need to ask him 4 times as cheater.
I'm
as
saying,
a lady.
What's the
as a lady?
Mina. What's the worst of two? Listen, what's the worst of two evils? Listen, what's the worst of two evils?
Yeah.
Being night at Mina, because Tulak. Mina being night or Mina postum cheat. Which one would I choose? As it cheat to mina. Which one? Poster is the easier option.
No, the context is horrible.
Okay,
your example.
Okay, give me another example.
A woman. Would you wanna sleep with a woman or post on your WhatsApp story? Sure.
I'm post everything.
Wait. We're getting carried away.
I would rather post her.
You guys are talking too much.
I would rather post her.
Then have sex with a woman.
Raw.
One night stand.
Why is that the context?
Yes, but that's where we went immediately. That's where we went immediately.
I'm saying it's more important for
where
me
we went
having raw sex than posting. I use an example.
You agree with Penson? That it's
Wait, let me give you context. When I made the statement condom.
Yes.
Tennessee too, we went to an environment where it's not about marriage or whatever. It's about
no problem.
That's where we went.
Why is WhatsApp stories coming up?
No,
this is what I don't get.
So I use the reel. I use the reel, and I said this guy in the reel said, Guti, if you meet a guy and you think he's a lacquer oak, would you have sex with him on the first night? And the girls go, yes. And then he says, if you meet a guy, you think he's a lacquer guy, would you cook for him? And they'll be like, what? I'd never fucking cook for him.
No.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Because those ladies value cooking for a guy above. And it wasn't even about.
I don't think that's how it works.
Okay, pause. So it wasn't even about what the world knows. It wasn't even about what the world doesn't know. Would you cook for him or would you let him bust? And for me, going about how sex is no longer valued as anything important, because there was a time where you will not have sex with me unless uyekaya unglobole.
Yeah.
Whereas there's many women who would happily make us pagele a meal. But to have sex with me, for uyekaya unglobole. That's all I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. Sex is nothing anymore.
Yeah, better no.
It's nothing. I was just anchoring going from the past where you had to do all of this just to have sex. The plate was, cook for a guy. Cook for a guy. Even if I don't like him, I'll cook for him. Versus having sex. Now it's, I'd rather have sex than
Why?
cook for him.
I don't think it works like that.
What do you mean?
That's okay.
The dynamics of cooking versus sex.
Is that Mlotshwa? In fact, day one.
Yeah, okay, no.
The issue.
No. I thought there was something in
the issue I have is the day one. Yes, a girl.
That's what we're speaking about.
Yes, I'm not fighting that.
Sure.
The fact that she won't cook on the first day, but she'll have sex with you.
Raw.
Wait, man.
Take
what's going on now?
Take the raw out. Take the raw.
I don't understand what conversation we're having.
Take the raw out.
Must we take a breather? Must we take a deep breath?
I'm confused, Pelanam. That's the thing I put on the table.
We're speaking about having sex on the first day, not skidding and pregnancy. We just talk about sex.
That's what I spoke about.
We've pivoted away from what you were talking about.
So
now we're just talking about sex with a condom. When you're speaking about guys, we must talk about unprotected sex. Sharp. Let's just now talk about sex versus cooking.
How?
For a second. Yes. Okay.
Why am I calling to pivot and
Sex versus cooking.
Why am I calling
sex versus cooking?
Can I talk? So the dynamics of cooking for a gent on day one doesn't necessarily mean she values it high. It's just the dynamics of, I've just met the guy saying yapega. But the intimacy is easy entry. It's almost like you servicing her car. You just met a chick, you like her, I'll service her car. You're like, no, I just met her.
That is disgusting.
That doesn't necessarily mean you value servicing her car over having sex with her. It's just the dynamics.
That's disgusting.
Yes, and where I was going was the fact that in society, let's just as the fact that usisi would say, I would rather engpepe versus ngimpekele. Mina goes to the brokenness of society.
That's exactly where
because
I'm going
there was a time where usisi would say, this is a nonsensical thing. Because these are the hurdles. Because my body is it's huge. So in order, you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to even get there. This is the plate. It's detached, has nothing to do with my body. But now from some way,
I must be naked.
Umzimba is less holy or high regard.
That's what I'm disagreeing with, though.
Well,
why are you guys not understanding my disagreement?
So okay, sharp.
No, I heard that, and
Okay,
I hear your understanding of it. It's okay. I'm just disagreeing.
Perfect. I don't like the fact that in today's society, something like weed is seen as a nonsensical. Someone will back themselves very eloquently. That's great. I still think weed is a gateway drug to the next thing. You know, why? Because of the people that I know that have used it and gotten to this point. So again, for me, when I think about the sisters that I have crossed paths with, who would rather, in my now assumptions, rather have sex over cooking, I know what type of woman those people have become.
Broken.
Would you rather have sex with a woman or service a car on the first day?
Day one.
No, but sex is a different power dynamic for a guy and a girl.
No, for me, day one. But now you're equating them to be the same thing. It's like when people say what the body count is important for men or for women. It's like
I'd like you to answer my question.
Mara simple.
Is it because you value servicing a car higher?
No, I'm just going for my needs.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you assume that she's also going for her needs?
Yes, because her needs are now broken. She's now thinking. So
no, but why would it be
not broken as well?
No. So I'm saying again. Hear me out. Just first,
no. My issue my big issue was the perception of
if you are
cooking is more valuable. I don't think that's what's happening in that decision.
Yes, again,
I don't think she's saying I value cooking so much.
A woman,
because if there were 5 niggas. And it's like, would you like these 5 niggas to fuck you?
I guess I'm going to
cook for them?
Morality though as
no,
well.
No, I'm going. I'm not saying the morality of sex for women and men are the same. Maybe that's where you coming from. Go to get fun. And I'm saying, a woman who slept with 5 guys is not the same thing as a man who slept with 5 guys. For me, that will never be the same. Therefore, if you're to ask me, would I prefer to give a girl a packet of chips or have sex with her? I'll have sex with her. If you say, would I rather have a service, a car, have sex? I'll have sex. Sure. If because I don't need to safeguard my purity. It's not an asset for me to safeguard my purity. So for me, what the asset is conquest. So anything versus sex will be sex.
Her having a low body count is a high value.
Her value is purity. Well, at least it used to be.
But it is for now, just to buy shasha.
So now, when I meet a girl who doesn't value purity, and is not willing to, I would rather walk through burning coals to preserve my purity. When I meet a girl who doesn't look at it like that, for me, it's a huge turn off.
I'm a condom.
Yeah, we have a problem. This thing of eating raw, it's normal now. Guys don't fear these diseases that you're speaking about. Abu gonorrhea and what. Guys just don't give a shit, man.
How much the shama antibiotics?
Mara, to be fair, man, it's not a gassy thing. That thing.
No, Mara, wait. I gotta now speaking about where I've seen it the most. Sorry, it's a global thing. It happens.
Now you've seen it the most. You mean you've seen it in other places as well?
No, because in those other spaces, I don't have friends to the same extent.
It's not a gassy thing.
In the urban area.
It's just where you've seen people.
Yeah, we have seen it the most where I grew up.
It's not a gassy thing. It's just where you've seen it.
Yeah. So it's bad, man. Even when you speak about ipaza zonke zoba nama condom. Amachita ngeke wathatha lama condom mfethu. They just go straight. And I'm like, even the woman now was just, and I think maybe it's alcohol. Because I think alcohol is a start of all these bad decisions.
Would you like to say something?
People haven't been using condoms for a long time.
Oh,
since I'm a condom again, people are not using condoms. I think, from what I understand, is that mhlampe if umuntu ufuna ukuba cautious, they will use a condom, let's say round 1.
That's a
fact.
Achame, after lapo,
it's great.
We're fine and it's highway.
No, but the condom lay round 1 and it's yone bulali disease.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just want to get that out of the way, because the serious concern is pregnancy and not necessarily STDs.
Disease, okay.
And STIs.
It goes to...
Oh, so how about those parties? Got round 1.
Even with women.
I've also heard Amachita speak about round 1, Batashapa condom bara. One of the reasons why for round 2, our Spanish is that they last longer.
Yeah.
Condom I suspani gahle le rinya kwa isavu. Yeah, because now you want to be in there for swimmer there in the ocean.
I mean, a condom.
How do you convince people to use condoms? Because they're not. Like, we can speak about the morality, and I wanted to say it's what you see out there. So school was such a hype, nama degree. But now kids like us are watching their older brothers who have degrees chilling at home unemployed. So when you tell them education is the key, they're like, yeah, legini, ntagi. So when people are not using condoms and they're like, yeah, he doesn't use condoms, but he's fine.
A lot of these, when I produce, a lot of the girls in middle class and above, they on the pill, they've got lento, they've got amapechi, they've got... So for them, pregnancy is not even an option. Like, they don't even think about it. Like, the pregnancy doesn't even go to... Umuntu will tell you, I've been on the pill since I was 16. Come on, umuntu na date. 14 years non-stop, just on the pill. Oh,
contraceptives are destroying women.
Since 16 or now 14, so now, the middle class and above, black, white, green, blue, it doesn't matter. About pregnancy.
Ne condom.
Condom fully pregnant, so why is condom? Because that's what they think about.
You know,
does unprotected sex make people sick?
What do you mean?
We hear about it.
Yeah.
Does it make people sick?
Many people sick. Many people sick.
Yeah. It has to.
Of course. You know, I mean, people are on antibiotics.
This is not just something we're told.
But you know what?
People are on antibiotics all the time.
You know what it is? How do we convince people? It's because you're not seeing the gonorrhea and the man's not speaking about it.
Okay.
So the element of fear and me wanting to use the condom, it's not there, it's not transparent. And you're born on the day to day. Because I told us how much it has 10. 4 hours shy, do
you know when
there's no fear with no man, I must use a condom.
Umganam, he's an orthopedic surgeon. Ulet Makanyi. When he did his ComServe, I think it's called. I don't know what it was, but he did it here in Joburg, and he was working in the HIV what, and because he made it like the amount of leingane is in twimp. About figure for my ARV, the amount of people in the medical profession about prep. So that they don't get contract. By born leingane is zimemalining. Zine clocks is for pills. By born as in and whoever's a medical professional, the prep, elande yona le wishang school. I was like, that's not real. He says, bro, come chill with me. It's like that guy's got this, that guy's got this. That's why you think there's a men's clinic at every single chol.
Every single chol.
Like everywhere there's a men's clinic.
I've never seen them.
I've never seen a men's clinic, man.
Oh, maybe it's because I do advertising. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know where men's clinics.
I always see that guy.
I've seen the ad,
By 10 or by
that Leonardo da Vinci drawing.
I've never seen an actual men's clinic. Do you guys walk into men's clinic? Well, what do you mean? Nyabuza, I've never seen it.
I can't think of one where I'm like, oh,
it will always be within a kilometer of Virenki.
Okay, well, let's see it.
Men's clinic. It will always be.
What happens there?
For men's issues. I don't
know. Like
men's clinic.
Okay.
And the reason why it's always close to there is because a lot of it is free medication.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, now that's something
It's free medication ku men's clinic.
Or if not free, it's very well priced. Yeah.
All right.
So amachita amaningi thina esinemali, we go to your GP. GP your checks your totolozi, write your script, we go to the nearest pharmacy, we sort it. Those gents have to go somewhere because they can't afford to go to a GP. Keep it 650.
Okay,
I don't know men's clinic was
It's
affordable like that.
yeah.
I thought it was on the level
Is it
of
government? What is it?
Mary Stopes.
Do you guys-
Mary Stopes is expensive for abortions.
Is it private?
I don't know a men's clinic. rates. I've just seen the ads, but to be honest, angiyazi men's
it's a
clinic.
heavily super subsidized space. Hence why. Sorry? Is it USA mostly? So that's why I'm saying you always find it relatively close to a rank.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
No.
is
The reason why people don't talk about it is because people have medical aid, bro.
Yes, man, if I was a president for a day nje.
Yeah.
Letshe release nje bonke mfini ngibafaka kulama lezinto lezi ukhuluma ngazo ukuthi bangafoli pregnant. Hey man,
Yes,
this
if I was president for a day, yes,
yes.
My very bonke utshwala ngibe times by 100 rand, like 100%.
Ngicela ukufunda lapha ethi mensclinic.co.za.
Yeah. Utshwala bethu bona bayasibulala sonke. Utshwala.
Treating the issues that matter to men. Your solution for men's sexual conditions. We aim to provide convenient and effective treatment options for men with erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. Treatment with no side effects. We use natural herbs, no injections or surgeries. What we treat: erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, low libido, low sperm count. Book consultations, assess your conditions, get treatments.
Oh, kanti abadealing ngama-disease and stuff.
Bayadila ngama-disease.
Why is the first thing erection?
Bayadila ngama-disease.
Oh, just to grab us, ne?
I'll check. No, let me check. Maybe it's the site I'm on.
Ngena ku about us.
Oma-Crocs, nani. Badila ngazo zonke. Yonke into ehambisana
I don't see anything here. Let me maybe go back to Google.
Google.
Let me show you what I'm seeing. But I'm gonna go out and go back.
Bazokhuluma amachita cela nikhulume
That's the menu. But I'm gonna go back to Google and refine my search.
No, we need to. What they are saying is the truth. Google is a shasha. There's no.
What are you searching? That's the menu.
Yes,
maybe there's a different page. That's all it's saying there. It's not speaking to illnesses.
I'll
check.
No, that's the wrong one, Mlotshwa. You're in the wrong thing.
What do you mean I'm in the wrong thing, bro? It's mensclinic.co.za.
It's in what?
For sec.
I don't think Penson was saying literally men's clinic, but my clinic are designated for men.
No, I was talking about men's clinic. Men's clinic.
SA. It's not men's. I don't think that's men's clinic. You're in a SA what? I think you're in the wrong side.
Please try your phone.
How? Manje understand phela nami manje. How?
Please try your phone.
How? Batila fela ka uphonyelwa. Batila fela ka dalenyeri. It's uwe fela. There's no way, man. Because your one is men's clinic. Men's clinic near me.
There's men's clinic Cape Town.
Pretoria CBD, Joburg CBD.
I found it.
Please go into one of the sites, bro, and just see.
Here's the one. No, I'm not sure.
What website is that?
Clinic, www.menshealth.co.za. That's
Men's
the one.
Health.
Yes.
Men's Health Taxi magazine.
Is
it not a magazine?
But it takes me to men's clinic.
That's Men's Clinic International. Let me maybe try international and see what happens. No, it's good. It's good that we're doing this exercise because niggas are gonna go search and get onto sites and be like, "Gents are equal doing." So menshealth.co.za.
They can take a walk into them.
Menshealth.co.za. Sure. The one that you spoke about. Let me go to the menu. Home, sexual health, weak erections, premature sexually transmitted diseases.
Yes.
Treatments, procedure, auto-injector, circumcisions.
Yes.
Penis enlargement.
That's the one. Prostate cancer, what? Because the one you had didn't have this guy, Leonardo, the one you went to.
The Vesuvius man.
I need some of these sites, they learn some of the wording.
And then they copy.
So that then they pay in Google so that they can be at the top.
SEO.
Yeah.
Viruses, warts, human papilloma virus. The HPV in fact is destroying women. HPV is the entry drug to cervical cancer, which is one of the big killers of women. And in women, you can pick up HPV. In men, you can't. Sometimes you might see warts on the dick, maybe. But it might just be a skin tag. You know, when I wrote about this thing of dick, I wasn't speaking about erectile dysfunction. I actually wanted to say to Amachita, if peeing is sore, if it's itchy, maunwaya, if there's a rash or ibovu or whatever, please go get checked so that it doesn't get worse. Because what happens when you have an STI, chlamydia, herpes, I saw is here as well. Over time, I see here public lice, crabs, that's the scratching, scabies, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis. If you leave these things for a while untreated, over time they can lead to infertility, where you can't have kids anymore. So you might just think, if it's because even things like chlamydia can remain dormant, HPV doesn't get picked up. I don't think there's an official test for HPV for men. Over time, if you're not checked, it's gonna affect you, this thing, and then the problem is you.
How much
and the quality of men's sperm over 35 goes down drastically.
So anyway, we've run some campaigns for men clinic, and I know they literally looking, or they target that LSM 6 and below.
So menshealth.co.za.
Yeah, that's the one.
Bengazi the magazine, menshealth.co.za.
So
it's sad that they had to change the name to accommodate.
So they cover a lot of things, bro.
Yeah, let's hope they do that. But they must stop this shit, man.
At CBD, next to a taxi, buza la makhehla. When we say ma taxi, buza makhehla. Makhehla ukutshela ukuthi mfana hambe lapha. Bayaz.
Alcohol.
And on top of that, also just in terms of these men's health things, this is where when you do geolocation campaigns, they're not like a KFC. I don't know if that makes sense.
Like, I understand.
It's not like they facing the main street. So that it's like if you go to
that's nice.
So, but it's the same with abortion clinics.
No, I'm saying that's nice. It's discreet because people are uncomfortable with
not
that stuff.
front facing. So it's only when you need to know where abortion clinics are.
Oh, it's around the haunch
where you'll find abortion clinics. They'll be like, there's so many abortion clinics. Okay. Yeah, but
it's inside that building on the first floor.
Yeah, go into the building, up the stairs. Uyabona masubona ngase toilet inini khona dada mesiyajika mesikhona antu hle mesiyambuza uzokukhombisa.
That's why I wouldn't have seen them. Impotence. Impotence, myths and facts. The myth is that not many men suffer from impotence. So impotence is
it's called
impotence.
Okay.
The fact is that if you suffer from impotence, you're not alone. Over 52% of men between the ages of 40 and 70 will suffer from this problem. And almost every man will suffer either a permanent or temporary erection problem at some point in their lives.
It says all men.
Now we have all men
because stress isifuna ukuthi ngive lo ongistressayo yena ufuna ngimbuke ngithi wena futhi wena nje ngikuphi.
One of the difficult conversations.
That night, Zach.
I price here. I wanted to get the price for circumcisions.
The other things we also need to speak about is Lamachita now. Sometimes, even women, they go to our some meat, bashaya raw. Yeah. Nichero zokutshela mfethu no mina faka iclip extra mfethu ngangidabula mfethu raw. Faka i2 clip. Umjito ahlaba raw.
How do you speak to that guy? For me, I feel like there's nothing I can say to that O. But I could be wrong.
Who's that O?
The O who's hitting a chick raw at a strip club.
Yeah, but it's not okay, so let's go back to strip clubs and smashing prostitutes. One thing you learn, Uti, it's not the O. I'm like, professor, it's your boss.
Oh, yes, I'm not saying it's psychopaths. I'm saying cheater that makes that decision. I don't know how you speak to a guy like that personally.
It's the same guy that you have to say when
it is the same
doing raw.
It's the same guy that's in the hood with raw.
It's the same professor. Utisha umfundisi.
Circumcision at Men's Clinic International is 1,450. That's quite a price.
Yeah.
It's probably free or something at government or cheap. I wanted to say, I'm still struggling with the circumcision thing, and it's meant to be a conversation we have, but we're not having it about whether to circumcise or not. We've been told hygiene benefits for health, it lowers the chances, but because I don't trust this industry, I'm not really sure, because it's a natural part of your body, and I'm just conflicted as to whether to circumcise or not.
But you and I have spoken about it, Mlotshwa. I was just thinking that it's from a religious perspective.
But it's not just religion. For people outside of religion.
But I'm saying, it being commercialized, it's disease, you must do whatever. It was commercialized, but the basis of it was religious. So I'm just saying we need to then really unpack.
And there's also many cultures that also from outside, because
I'll check it up. You'll probably find there's more men who are not circumcised in the world.
But
and I think
I'm saying, Uti, you've got, let's say, the Jewish faith that speaks about that.
You know, people don't know that it's from the Jewish faith.
Yeah, but I'm saying, there's also cultural practices in Africa where people used to cut off, where no one was communicating with anyone.
Sure.
And when they believe in cutting
but I'm saying the commercialization of it.
Yes, I hear the commercialization of it. I'm trying to say, Guti, sometimes there's method in the madness.
Then when we are keeper.
Ziningi izinto uNkulunkulu wasigaye siyikhipha, mhlambe your wisdom tooth or whatever the case may be. So,
but isn't that only when it gives you problems?
For what?
The wisdom tooth you don't have to take out.
Let's shaving your head. I don't know what the case may be. There's things that God has given us in abundance. Clipping your nails. Clip your nails. Why are you clipping your nails? God gave you nails for a reason. You need to be digging holes with your nails. I don't know. But we see the need to clip them. And I'm saying, Wuti, I'm trying to unpack, Wuti, while you're saying, is there a need for it?
Yeah.
While at the same time asking myself, Wuti, why did these cultures and these traditional practices do that all over the world in different pockets?
Can I read this now?
Yeah.
Why
globally, globally, approximately 57 to 60% of men are not circumcised.
Oh, thank God.
The breakdown of uncircumcised populations varies significantly by region. So in the US, approximately 75 to 80% of men are circumcised. That's in the US, 75 to 80.
So that's more commercialized.
In Africa, 52% of men are not circumcised.
Oh, not.
So that's like 50%. That's like half.
Yeah, are not.
That's a huge. I thought it would be way bigger.
That are not circumcised.
Yeah.
Europe and Latin America, in many countries across these regions, the practice is rare, and more than 90% are not circumcised. Europe and Latin America, which is South America.
Yeah, even if
90% not circumcised.
Even if you see the statues, our circumcised are.
You're finding Europe weird, considering America. Middle East and Central Asia, circumcision is a cultural and religious norm, meaning less than 10% are not circumcised.
Can I tell you where my brain went? And it was thrown away when you said Latin America. I'm thinking, Guti, in my mind, circumcision would probably be like highest in places that it's hot. If the thinking behind it was health reasons, you would assume that in places that are hot, you'd almost want to. That's why when you see people in hot areas, they don't have as much hair as people in cold areas, on their bodies. You're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. The human body of people that live in the cold would be hairier. And then you see my Eskimo and they're like, oh, these people are not hairy. How does that work? Like, it's such a mind fuck. I actually thought Ulunga was going to read and is going to say like 80% of Africans are not circumcised. But it's like 50-50. That's crazy.
Anyways, I'm done on my side.
No, guys.
Let's cutting out this grand.
No, I've got an early morning tomorrow. Yeah. A very, very early morning. Anything else?
No, use condoms, man.
Ne?
We joke about it. That's another thing, man. And we lose a much and what we've seen as well is that then they refuse to go to the hospital because they're in denial that this thing has caught them, So, if it's
circumcision is free, by the way, in public hospitals.
And 18.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. If you don't have 1,450.
Yeah. But anyway, man, that first part about losing your kid was really deep for me, man. And when it went to just missing someone, even if it's when you drive, or your kids, them being far more you miss them. It was nice, man. And we are fortunate that we can have these memories in the first place. Because a lot of men who can't even think of what we were speaking about, Do
you think this platform will be important for our kids to watch us one day, maybe our grandkids?
Yes, I definitely do think so.
Like your kid might not even speak to you. He'll just go watch a video every time. And you're like, no, you must condomize. Like, I know. You said it in episode,
part of what I love about what we're doing here is we're documenting our thoughts, even though sometimes you don't want to go too far, but if you do,
and thoughts in real time.
Yeah. It's now, so it's what you're thinking of now. Now to prepare when this script and then, you know, and these kids will then say like, at least man, I know something about him. You know, he believed in these things. You know, unlike people are not documenting, which I always say is the flaw of Africans. This thing of oral communication, is it? No, not oral, any.
Oral
isn't oral, ne? Yeah, they were not writing down stuff. Yes, sorry, yeah. At least it's here, it's we're visualizing this thing and
still oral, but it's documented in some way.
In a picture, yeah. So that's what I think what we're doing is very, very, very important. So yeah, I'm gonna fit.
Thank you to Fish, man. You know Fish. Don't I say UJ? Quite a decent commercial lawyer in Joburg. Got me a very nice pair of sneakers. Tobias Serungwane. So I want to give a shout out to him. I want to give a shout out to Theo Baloy. Otebs shot an ad for him. Tribal Media House. You still offer those services?
Yeah, we still do.
So anyone who wants to shoot a commercial, TV quality,
top tier,
they must hit you guys up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You guys don't advertise that?
No, we don't. No, you're right. We really don't, man. Just on our social media. I guess as well, we've been doing a lot of those. Because the industry has changed, man. Ad agencies, man, how they view commercials now has become crazy, you know?
But don't you think you can go direct to brand? Or just at least let them know so that you're top of mind?
Yeah. No, for sure.
But also the cost.
We should work on. The costs are crazy.
Because you guys are competing.
Now we can go straight to AMAGENTS. But what I'm realizing with the game is that visuals are the last thing people think of. You know, in meetings when you speak about let's do a commercial or even getting an influencer, it's hard for them to comprehend. Why must I spend 10,000 rands on this thing? For them, it makes no sense. The overheads of the business are more important than them spreading out the message about what they do.
No, but it's also just a different framing because now CFOs are way more part of the
creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man. Yes.
Back in the day, you'd have, let's say, your head of media and your strategist sitting. And then after a while, it became your CMO, your head of media. Then now the CFO is they looking for.
Dude, they're in the first meeting now
because they want to return on ad spend. There's literal calculations about what every rand needs to return this, and everything is a unit. So now they'll say, I'd rather spend this 10,000 on that influencer who's already got a following
than do a
commercial. Then I don't have to gamble on where this commercial will land.
Yeah.
Because that guy, it's direct to their audience.
Sure.
So it's changed the landscape, and it's good and bad. Yeah.
Oh, we just don't have time, man. But there was a topic I wanted to raise on moral dilemma. I think it's also called moral hazard. This thing of compromising your values. I don't believe in drinking alcohol and smoking. And I don't support gambling, sports betting. But now if that money is on the table, do I take it? And where my head has been at, again, we're not having the chat, it's in passing.
Sure.
Where my head is at is the people I care about are my loved ones. So I tell my kids, don't drink, don't smoke. But should I care about strangers who generally are going to consume that anyway, where I can take the money and plow it into the people I care about and into spaces I care about and be like, those are not my people. But now the moral hazard and the moral dilemma is, but you believe that thing is wrong.
Yeah.
Just speaking of this thing of influencer, because there's a lot of money I've left on the table because there are things that I'm like, but this is not in line with my morals. And someone could be like, take the money and do good work. And I'm like, but I don't believe in it. I feel like I'm part of the rot. And it's like, these guys will spend the money anyways. And who they're going to spend the money with, those guys are going to build their families. And you're going to have less money to build the people you love and care about.
Yeah.
And maybe when you speak, because this is the other thing I'm trying to figure out. Should I turn my WhatsApp, maybe even WhatsApp channel? The channel is tricky. Should I turn my WhatsApp stories into only personal chats? And then the rest of my social media, it's like, guys, I'm performing in a stadium. You guys are, I don't feel anything for you. Whereas right now I have an emotional attachment.
But you know what's crazy? I'm making how does it jump? I'm thinking about, I don't know which sports star was this, whether it's LeBron, I forgot who it was. In the press conference, they would move that certain brand that was sponsoring the.
Was it not Ronaldo and Pepsi?
Yes.
Was it energy drinks or?
Yes,
Pepsi
he would move it. Yeah, he would move it. And I'm speaking to.
They're not the only ones. There'd be a couple of
them.
There's many guys.
I'm talking.
Khabib.
Yeah,
Rafael Nadal as well.
Because there was a time where they were doing a conference with him. I think was Connor's whiskey already out, Conor McGregor, and he's like, he's not going to do the conference if on the table, because Connor's contract was he's allowed to have this thing on the table. So now it's a
sure,
and he's like, I'm not going to do.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, the match will still continue. Whether it's tennis, it's the UFC, whatever it is, but the main sponsor like Minanganyi Fateli, which is in
Hashim Amla,
which is in relation to what you're saying. No man, let the podcast still continue. So it le nyugule, maranyega nyiti yenike no whatever. But that mind I can still build a family.
What do you mean angengiti yenike?
So what I'm saying is, these guys when they are during the press conference, they will not expose Uti Coke or Pepsi. Ne? Mara, that match would have been sponsored by Coke or Pepsi, or that whole league would have been sponsored by it.
In a podcast, for example, or on social media, it's different.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, can't you negotiate it in a way that you can still be the LeBron, play the match and not advertise this?
Because not as an influencer.
I think you can.
Kanjan.
I think you are at the level where you can be like, guys, I don't want to speak about this thing.
Just position it.
Yeah, I don't want it to be in my frame at all. Can it be a strap at the end? It must be 2 seconds or 3 seconds.
That's less money.
Yes, but I'm saying at least you are getting the money. That's what I'm saying.
There's a saying that says, and it speaks to exactly what he's speaking about. Which is like, bro, for me, I'm not going to say I think pornography is wrong, ne? But then I enjoy the money from pornography. Like we see it a lot with these slay queens that date these gangsters, that these guys that do corruption. And they almost want to disassociate.
We're already in a system that has put black people down.
Yes, but he's talking about the morality consuming
that man.
No. Obviously, the road was built by racist boors and blood money. I'm talking about a straight, direct connection. Amla is saying, look, there might have been people that built the stadium that I'm playing in that were drinking at the same time.
You went to the same university that was not built for you.
Perfect. The guy who drove the car. Perfect. He's talking now about a direct.
Because for me, 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 50 minutes.
There has to be a stop at some point.
So what is a direct you being going to?
Me wearing.
But you went to a university that was built for apartheid kids.
Perfect.
It was not for you.
It's not a direct thing. So if the lecturer, but there has to be a wall.
We're having the chat now.
But you have to. Okay, so everything that we've done in the world, there's no such thing as morality.
What is that scholarship?
Where do you drop the line?
No Banban? Is it Rose no Mandela?
Yeah.
So what do you say to those kids?
There has to be a line.
But I'm saying it's a direct link.
But it's a subjective line.
Moral dilemma. But I'm saying it's a moral dilemma.
Yes, but that's what he's saying. He's saying it's a subjective individual person's choice.
I don't know what you guys are debating. But
yes, I'm saying should I know that Luamchita lawyer is doing drugs, selling drugs? Should I know that he's selling drugs and doing drugs? That person, Messi afika 100 rand, ne? So nyayizonda le amamba, but I love
saying to Mlotshwa,
what
guys,
it gives me.
Guys, I was sponsored by. This is what I'm saying to Mlotshwa. Guys, this episode
to me, what you're saying, what you're saying, 5 seconds, 50 minutes, 5 hours, get fun. To me,
guys, I was sponsored by this brand. It's Henneken.
I'm aware.
They gave me 10,000 rands. This thing is a pile of shit, guys. Do not drink this thing, even though they sponsored.
I
think it's at that level.
Which brand manager?
We'll discuss this another day. We'll discuss this.
Brand manager.
We'll discuss this another day.
And you are sponsored by Gordon's in a track.
We'll discuss this another day. We'll discuss this another day.
First, it was Russian Bay.
Oh, Russian Bay, sorry.
And they stopped.
No, they didn't stop. It came for another 2 years.
Okay.
It came for another 2 years.
It was the contract.
Maybe
they signed it in the contract before it did. You must diss it before.
Okay.
You must diss it before the contract. You must diss it.
Please shut it down.
Okay, let me just.
Please shut it down. Don't just shut it down.
Can I just
shut it down?
This thing?
I think some of these chats.
What I'm saying is, some of these things.
Please, can you shut it down?
Some of the things that I'm suggesting I think that it's possible. You know, some of these chats that you and I are speaking about, no, this thing is not possible. The brand manager,
Let's go extreme.
Until a certain individual says, no, guys, this thing is possible. What Penson is saying or Penuel is saying, give him the money.
Let's go extreme.
Because irrelevant of what he's saying, people will still buy this.
Let's go extreme.
Sure.
Because the thing about alcohol,
Dude,
me and you vibe with alcohol.
Here's what I'm saying.
I want to go extreme. Can I go extreme?
Sure.
I want to go extreme.
You know what? I've seen people who is on teen.
Yeah.
I've seen people who said, no, the streaming platform, this is what they believe in. Until one person's like, nah, I'm not going to take that deal. Restructured for me. Sure. And it still works out. Okay. And I'm saying, Mlotshwa is at that position.
I am saying, I don't want to be associated. And we talk about morality, and morality and illegal is, let's say there's someone who does child pornography. Nah? Something
obvious, you know my answer.
Hear me out. Sure. But he has a business that sells shoes. Mm-hmm. We know how he gets that money to push the shoes business. I don't want to associate with him. Mm-hmm. The shoes and the product is shoes for adults.
Sure.
The shoe itself is nothing wrong.
Someone tells you things have been done in the Congo and things are going bad. So for you to have that iPhone,
if it doesn't align, there's many things that I do that are immoral.
Okay.
Ne? Sure. So I've accepted it. I pick my sins.
Where the children are working for 24 hours in a factory.
I pick my sins.
Oh,
you pick your sins. Here's why I was talking about the moral dilemma.
Yes.
Because everybody picks their sins. And I'm saying once I find a sin that is immoral to me and doesn't align to me,
sure,
I'm not going to try and find a wormy way around it. Gotcha. I'm going to treat it like the child pornography, and I'm going to say, I don't want any fucking thing. No. I don't want it close to me. I don't want it far to me. I just don't want it to exist in the same universe as me.
Perfect.
And there's people that see alcohol like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at final words.
Close.
You guys chowed all my time though. So I'm going to get an additional 15 minutes.
I'm my timer.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Theo Baloy, man. Theo hooked me up with 3 pairs of sneakers.
Nice.
It would be nice if we could wear them, but that won't make sense. It's a Journey 2.0, Journey 3.0, and an Elevate, which is pretty dope. I don't know if you've been to their office.
No, I haven't.
The head office. It's quite phenomenal. So shout out to them. Who else do I want to send a shout out to? Shout out to Sabulela Nganga, Al City, and Tilsips. So for anyone who's looking to buy chicks, broilers and layers, if you maybe want to start a small chicken business, or maybe you just want to grow chickens in your house or have eggs on tap, hit him up. I think he's got other business interests. So just if you can check Usiabulela Nganga as well. And like I said, he's got books that he's written, which are pretty dope. Who else are we giving a shout out to? All the people that follow us, all the people in the comments. Guy on the train, the ladies that are in the comments, Amachita, of course, always. I think, I don't know if we need to keep having the chat, but I think, when I Penson, you need to introspect. And my suggestion is to be more aggressive on what you're trying to achieve here. And at least get me and Udebza to buy in so that we can try and assist.
You must talk for yourself. Debza is put in.
It's just trying to help. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Let me shut it down.
Yeah. Just in closing, guys. Again, as I said, Guti, different podcasts achieve different things. There's places that they gossip about people and they do it in a great way. And if that's the place that tickles your fancy, great. There's people that talk politics. There's people that talk finances. There's people that interview in amazing ways. I think there's a space for everyone. We don't do interviews. Some conversations may lead itself to that. We don't do name bashing. Unfortunately, sometimes it slips out. So the majority of the time we'll have cheetah guests and we'll talk about cheetah things. That goes without saying. But we just needed a space for us to be us. And if it's a conversation where we talk about ice skating and weed, we'll talk about ice skating and weed. And if it's a time where we want to be a bit serious and talk about Matutolozi, we'll talk about that.
But
Totolozi doesn't sound. You can't say serious and Totolozi like as a sebenzi.
As a sebenzi, ne?
Yeah.
The oxymoron.
Oxymoron. Donna, yo. It is serious and penis enlargement. What is serious and Totolozi?
You know, but guys, we again, one thing you'll realize, even when Ulungalo tries to bring us back into order, there is no structure here. So it's just us trying to be as free as we can, making mistakes because we are also human. So just give us a bit of grace. But again, there's enough space for everyone. Please consume all those other great platforms as well.
No, they mustn't. Don't consume the other platforms. Only watch us.
Please consume the other great platforms.
Only
as well.
watch us. Only watch us. If there's something that's lacking, we'll create a podcast for you. Just tell us what podcast you want. We'll create a podcast for you. Don't watch the other guys.
Are you part of AMAGENTS? Are you part of the AMAGENTS?
The ecosystem.
No, unama-suggestion amaningi kodwa ama-suggestion yakho wenza sengathi uyangena noma ungena.
He's part of AMAGENTS.
No, but fire yesho yena ngifuna kusho yena.
Have you watched it?
Because sisho ukuthi siyamfuna. Because abantu was best panel. Guys, listen. I wish someone clips this. We have always asked Penuel to be part of it. Akafuni yena. So nina manje zolibe nisibuza thina ukuthi Penuel akafuni yena.
This podcast is a pile of shit. I've said it before.
That's his favorite line.
It's not on brand. It's not on brand for me. This podcast, it goes sideways. I don't believe in alcohol. All these fucking disgusting things.
Come to AMAGENTS.
Don't watch other podcasts. Only watch our podcast.
Sambin. Okay, all right. AMAGENTS out. Sambin.
Come to go.